Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. My name is Dev, and I am definitely not a space alien. Welcome to the episode 0 prologue of the Dungeon Sphere. If you have never heard of the Dungeon Sphere before, you're about to hear about it because we're about to play it. All right, so tonight we will be starting with our team venturing into the Break Island major city of Evercrest, and the team will be enjoying a festival that will eventually lead into them doing other things. But first and foremost, a festival. So, before we get started, we're gonna have everyone introduce themselves. So, tonight, our team is comprised of...
Hello, I'm Yuri Leviathan. I go by they, them pronouns. I am non-binary, if you can see my flag on the wall, hopefully. And tonight I will be playing Umbran Orion, who is a Warforged Shadow Sorcerer with 1 level of Rogue. He'll get another one soon. But he's basically a haunted, ball-jointed doll who's about 5'2", and he's very cute. He looks human enough.
I totally forgot to mention my pronouns, and I told everyone to do theirs. So,
well, my pronouns are important, Dev, so they go first.
Yeah, very true, very true. So anyway, my pronouns are he, any, because I'm actually genderqueer, so it doesn't matter. Okay, up next we have...
Hey, that's me. I'm Melissa. I go by she, hers. And I'll be playing Brina Ironbeard, who is a dwarven ancestral guardian barbarian, and she's the coolest. And she's got tattoos all over that glow when she rages, so that's fun. And yes, that's pretty.
And next, none other than...
So I'm Meg. I go by she, her, and I will be playing Moxie Everhart. She is a Way of the Mercy monk, and she's going to be punching everything and punching everything.
And next, after Meg, is...
All right, I'm Jacob, he, him pronouns, and I will be playing Vrexel von Chomsky Sagenstein McPuffet, the gnome artificer armorer subclass. He is a librarian / copyist turned adventurer who uses his quill to cast spells.
And then, last, and certainly not cliche.
Already starting off, it's session 0 and we already have shade. Wow, okay. Hi everybody, my name's Wyatt. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Kanari, who is a Kalishtar Twilight Domain cleric. She's super fun and is totally going to wreck everything Dev has planned.
I'm so excited. And I do want to say that this overlay is looking pretty dope. Not gonna lie. It looks pretty nice.
It's sweet.
Look good.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Ryan. Good job setting all our faces in these circles.
Though I do feel weird being bottom middle instead of top left. I will say that.
It is odd seeing you, like, just compared to what we normally see.
Yeah.
It's cool, though. It's fun.
I don't think I would ever feel comfortable being a bottom.
Wow.
Leave.
Jokes.
Can I ban that comment?
Oh, is that our first gay joke?
That's our first gay joke.
One of many.
Okay, anyway. Composure. Team Reaper. You find yourselves waking up on the eve of the first entry into the Dungeon Sphere. You find yourselves in the place that you have been for the past 3 days. You arrived 3 days prior in this grand estate within the city of Evercrest. Just a walks away from the center of town where, you know, the festival's main activities will be held. And you each have your own room, decorated and all fancy and elegant, treating you really, really well, because who knows, you might be dead when you go into the Dungeon Sphere, so they may as well treat you really nice. And yeah, you all wake up, you smell a thick aroma of just like sweets, smells, and different sorts of baked goods. Almost an entire like bakery smell is just like wafting from downstairs in the kitchen. And yeah, you all know that you have maybe an hour to yourselves before you will be asked to get ready and then ushered into the town. So we're not going to do the whole hour of like yada yada. I'm giving you now time to sort of begin your characterization, introduce your characters to each other, to the stream, etc., etc. Go ahead.
Well, Braina wakes up bright and early, immediately heads to the kitchen, and looks for like just the biggest hunk of meat she can find.
Oh yeah, there's just an entire table dedicated to meats, and there's an entire leg of lamb just like waiting there for you, properly juiced, seasoned, and your eye catches that, and your eye can't leave it.
Oh boy, howdy! This looks amazing. I cannot wait to eat it. It's gonna be great.
There's a chef in the kitchen, actually, who turns around. She is a stout halfling woman, and she says, you can dig in whenever you want. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I'll have that one.
Oh, okay, plates over there, utensils are over there, napkins are over there, and have a great time. She then takes a skillet and then flips, and then a pancake flips through the air and lands.
That too, please?
Say what?
Is that done yet? I like it, please.
She points to an entire like stack of pancakes nearby.
Okay. Well, I suppose Brandon takes a whole plate. This is fine. This is fine.
Oh, and no! Where are the others?
Couldn't tell you, sorry.
Oh, this should be done soon.
Brandon has started digging into the entirety of the pancake.
Vrexel. Oh yeah, Vrexel woke up with a book just like over his face, fell asleep, like completely just like. Eventually wakes up and makes his way downstairs and just sort of absent-mindedly carrying one sort of whatever he was reading in his hands. Just sort of walks in, takes a glass of some sort of juice and like a handful of bacon, and then just sort of walks back upstairs. Gets to work polishing and cleaning his armor.
Not a talkative one, him.
Not chatty at all.
Well, as a Warforged, Umbrin doesn't sleep, so he's been sitting in his room with his hands folded, and then when the time came to come downstairs, he just stood up.
The alarm by your bed rings.
Yeah, he's been staring blankly at a wall for 8 hours, as Warforged are known to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Moxie, the alarm next to your bed is also.
Yeah, Moxie's gonna be snoozing it for at least 20 minutes, if not more. She's been enjoying the like not feeling like she needs to get up early. So it's just a constant nope. 5 more minutes, and then when she does finally get up, she'll head downstairs and definitely sort of dig into some whatever pancakes she can get that are still being made.
As you get down there, Braina is already on 2 seconds.
Of course, clearly, yes.
Already like tore through a mound. You just see this giant bone, like femur, just laying aside.
Sorry I didn't save you any of this one, but I think there's more over there.
You just see an entire table full of meat. How's your hair, Moxie?
It's she's got like really long hair, so it's still got a couple braids that are like kind of coming out. She hasn't really done much with it. Some of it's pulled back a little bit, slightly pulled up, but it's still pretty messy from sleep.
All right, Braina, how's your hair?
She has fully got it braided all the way down. She's got, the sides of her head are no hair whatsoever with the spiral tattoos, and then she's got her braid fully done up and out of the way and not getting full of syrup or anything.
So no like flopped over mohawk or anything?
No, it's fully taken care of.
All right. And Umbrin, you're just gonna stay in bed until it's time.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm
You're in the
here.
kitchen.
I have followed the itinerary where it said go downstairs before breakfast.
Oh, okay.
I wrote the quotation because I can't eat, so I'm just sit here and watch all my friends. This is full of food.
As the chef turns around, she goes, oh my, I'm sorry, I didn't see you approach. Referring to Umbrin. I didn't hear you.
Good morning.
Do you want anything to eat?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay. Right. No, I've seen 4. Where's the 5th?
Right at that moment, you hear a thud from upstairs as Canary falls out of bed. As Twilight Domain clerics are known to do, she's definitely more of a night owl than she is a morning person. So you just hear like a sort of like banging as she's like grabbing stuff and moving about in her room. You see she's running down the stairs, pulling her hair up into her space buns, like trying to brush the sleep out of her eyes. And she's like, "Did I miss anything?"
Just
no.
a giant pile of pancakes. No worries.
Oh, there are pancakes.
There's so many more.
No
Look.
more.
Her eyes go wide, and she immediately grabs a plate and sits down to next to Brayna.
Now, a quick history lesson for all of you. Pancakes, also known as flapjacks, were originated in the nation of the Magisterium. Isn't that wonderful?
Huh?
Brayna like has a mouthful of pancakes, and she just is like, "Yay!"
Moxie tuned out immediately.
What would you all like to
Common
drink?
knowledge.
Coffee, water, orange juice, oil.
Yes. Except no oil, please. That does not sound very good.
Well, I want to try to accommodate everyone.
Drexel comes in through the door. Did somebody say something about oil? I actually could use a little.
Yes. Actually, I have. She goes underneath the sink, pulls out some, and you just see one of those like oil, like squeeze things.
Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Thank you.
There you go.
Disappears under his armor, and you start to hear like clang.
What does your armor look like?
Rexel's armor is a sort of round platform that hovers just about 6 inches or so off the ground and has 5 spider-like legs that go out at different angles that are used to propel the platform around from the levitation spell. It's got like a small chair, like a half chair, and a small control panel on the front with a variety of different knobs and buttons and the like. There's a clawed hand that comes out on the right side that he can control, and a couple of other gizmos and doodads, but at the moment he's underneath, kind of fixing at the legs, adjusting one of the spring tensions, making sure everything works right.
All right, and how's your hair?
Rexel's hair is a bit of a mess. It's a mop of lavender hair that kind of covers about his ears as far as like length. It's pretty dusty. There's a smear of oil kind of on the right-hand side that just kind of like slicks back a part of it, makes it look almost like a bad part, but it just sort of sticks up at all sorts of odd angles.
And Kanari, how's yours?
Oh, she finally has it pulled up into space buns, but she definitely has like her veins are getting in her eyes. So every now and then, as she's like trying to eat her pancakes, she has to like. It's this very bright red color, and it's got a few tangles in it. And so when she's kind of done with her pancakes, she'll like step away from the food just to like kind of brush her hair out in preparation for the day.
I would like to offer Kanari a bobby pin.
Oh, thank you. God, do you have another?
Oh yes.
Okay, thank you. And she'll fix her hair up right, and then see Moxie's hair is like completely out of place, and she'll start going over and just like starting to braid it again.
Moxie will continue to eat and say thanks that she's, eating some eggs. Thanks.
And Umbrin, how's your hair?
My hair is immaculate because I do not have to sleep on top of it. But I am doing a little Umbrin cosplay right now because his hair looks like this, except it like curls up at the end. It's a cute
Right.
little girl, but this exact thing. But a deep purple with a white streak right here.
I was just gonna say, I personally feel as though you can learn a lot about the person's state of hair when in the mornings. So anyway, after a little bit, your team representative that you've gotten to know over the past 3 days walks in. He's looking a little stressed out. He seems to be sweaty, breathing a little heavy as if he walked here fast. He's a half elf. He's got a turncoat that's down past his knees, some glasses, some short, bobbed but curly hair. His name is Quentin Giuliano. And he says, "Oh, good. You're all awake. I assume that's all of you know the plans for the day. You have the itinerary, right? Studied it, put it to memory."
Brina looks towards Umbrin and then continues eating.
He'll hold up his itinerary that he
You,
has with him.
Braina, Miss Ironbeard,
Yes,
just go wherever Umbrin goes.
that was always the plan.
Okay, good. And Moxie, go wherever
Yeah?
Kanari goes, because we know you like to wander.
I mean, okay.
And Kanari, make sure she doesn't get into any more fights, please.
Don't put that on her. That's not.
Please don't. I already have my hands full with everything
You can't
else.
stop her, you know that.
That is very true.
Moxie like cracks her knuckles a little bit and is like, I fight when I want to.
No, we don't.
Except for today when I don't need to have bruises.
That is
Brina-
true.
And Brina whispers to her, "Don't forget to invite me next time."
Don't worry, I'll find you. We'll tag team it. I've always wanted to do that.
So anyway, today is a very important day. It is the eve of the Dungeon Sphere's beginning episode. When you venture in, as you know, there's a festival that you must partake in. There are games that you must partake in, because the games will actually be a way for you to show off your skills prior to the Dungeon Sphere, to give the audience members and potential donors, benefactors, all that it will give them.
You're talking all the people we have to kiss their butts, yeah?
That's when I can punch?
Yes, there will be games where you can punch things. And people, pit fighting. I know you like that.
Just don't punch the sponsors, dear.
Okay, well, they'll
Yes,
probably be
Unless
dressed
they
really
ask.
nice, right?
I've heard some people do enjoy that.
usually only in the
Knows what's
VIP
up.
sections, and you're not allowed in there.
Okay.
Don't punch sponsors. They're usually dressed really fancy. Don't insult them. Don't even look at them. Don't breathe in their direction. Don't speak to the sponsors unless you were spoken to first.
Punch. Moxie's like pulled out like a pen or something and is just writing on her arm. Don't punch sponsors.
Oh dear. So anyway, very important today. Very important day. Games, play the games, show off your skills. People notice you. They'll remember to keep their eye on you. Don't make other sponsors mad. Don't punch any of the people from any of the houses, or else you'll immediately be arrested and then imprisoned for life. As you know, you might run into our own sponsor, Scion Sorona of the House Sorona, while we're here. Scion Sorona might want to check in with Umbrin every so often. But for the most part, Umbrin, you are still under orders to engage and behave of your own volition. Make your own choices and such. The house wants you to appear independent as best as possible.
And I am.
Yes, you are. Yeah,
I
so
now dislike Quentin. For the first ever time, Umbrin's eyebrows furrow, and he's like, wait. What are you trying to say?
Yes. And the sponsor luncheon will be at noon sharp. So you know about that. The location will actually be at the Grand Ball house. The house where they have a bunch of grand balls when they come here. And the dinner will be there, and then 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is when the opening ceremony is, so your call time is 8:30 p.m. That is the most important part of the day. The most important part. You must be there, you must be on stage, you will be announced, and then
But
afterwards...
I thought 8:30 was like now.
p.m.
It's the morning.
in the evening.
Nighttime.
Umbrin will take off his watch and open it and like point to the time for Brenna. It's the morning. And put it back on.
2030 hours. Yes. Anyway, opening ceremony. But once the opening ceremony is done, you can have a night of libations and revelry. You can enjoy as much as you want and just drink to your heart's content. Enjoy the food. When you enter into the festival, all the food is free. It's all provided for by the makers of Dungeon Sphere. And then you all have your morning pills, right? The ones that you take, and then you're completely hydrated, get rid of your hangover, all that fun stuff. The pills of restfulness.
I mean, do we have to take them though? It's not a particular problem for me. I'm a dwarf, man.
You don't have to. They're just in case you want to go all out. And remember that you can't take them into the sphere with you. They are magical, and their magic only lasts for 48 hours. So they'll disappear. And they timed it well enough where you get them where you have to use them next morning, or else they won't work. So they thought of everything. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I will see you at the sponsors luncheon, and for the most part, just go have a good time. I'll enjoy this breakfast with you, and then I'll lead you into the city, get you checked in, everything. But that's it. Just follow the itinerary, and everything should be good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any questions?
How much longer can we eat breakfast? I'm still a little hungry.
The whole hour, unless you want to bathe.
Oh,
We're
man.
supposed to bathe.
Kanari starts running upstairs.
Remember to use the brown soap. He shouts after you.
What difference does it make?
Don't use the brown soap.
The red soap is for other things.
Like what kind of other things in case we accidentally used the red soap last night?
Yes, please.
Well, it is actually used to clean the latrines.
Why is it in the tub then?
Why would you? Yeah, this is stupid.
The housekeepers like to keep it in there.
No, they
because
don't.
Use it to clean the shower as well.
You should mark things better. I'll be back.
That's why it's red. Red means no. Red means do not. Red means stop.
Red means roses.
Oh, no.
I.
All right. Well, breakfast time, and Quentin actually starts digging into just some bran flakes.
About 10-15 minutes later, Rexel walks up to Brina and hands a small little, what looks like a washer, like a metal ring with a slight little gap and a needle that's going around. Here, this will let you know about that call time, the 8:30. Just thought.
Yeah.
Sure. Just like don't touch the.
And she's like already like trying to mess with it. This is such good craftsmanship. Allow. You have to show me how to do this at some point.
I can do that. I can probably do that.
Cool. What do I do with this now?
It'll yell at you at 8 o'clock.
Perfect. Okay, that's fine. That's great. Okay, cool. And then she'll go back to eating because she's not taking a shower today.
There is actually a little magical kind of spear on a nearby table that actually tells you how warm it is outside and current humidity and such. And it actually tells you that it is 65 degrees right now, and the high for today is 75 and sunny. Perfect day.
Perfect.
As you continue eating and getting ready, working on your devices or using the brown soap, 9 o'clock rolls around and there's some knocks at the door, and the team of stylists and such walk in, and you are each taken to your rooms to get fitted for your outfits, make sure that everything's good, get your hair all prepped and ready, make sure that, like, if you want your nails painted, your nails are painted, different types of things. And then each of you receive this emblem on one of your, on like your jacket or garment or something, somewhere where it's like a little obvious, but it's a silver sort of scythe, just to represent that your team is Team Reaper.
Exactly.
And after that, you meet Quentin back downstairs, this time in the foyer, ready to venture out into the city. And Quentin leads you out of the house, out of the estate manor, through the little garden walkway and out the front gates, and you eventually head to this kind of check-in station. As you were getting checked in, Quentin does most of the talking, says that he has Team Reaper, sponsored by the house that you were sponsored by. What is it? Sorona?
Yeah. House Celeron, yeah.
Sorona,
You have
yep.
to roll the R, or they do get mad at you, and they make you say it
yeah.
again until
Okay,
you do it.
Sorona.
Oh God, Moxie
Yeah.
would be there all day.
House Celeron.
Sorona. And thus you were checked in, and then they have this like large needle, and they tell each of you to, okay, now hold out your arms.
Right now, good.
And first they apply a numbing jelly, and then they stick this large needle inside you and into your arm and inject this device. It doesn't glow, you can't really see it. If you were to rub, you would feel maybe like a little bump. It doesn't hurt because of the numbing jelly, and then they pull the needle out, put a little bandage and a little cotton ball, and they say, okay, everything is good now. Yeah?
Hey, that's weird.
They
Are you
slide
taking
each
this
of
out later?
after the sphere, yeah?
Brexel is very interested in the alchemical makeup of the jelly, so he takes a little and just like puts it on his tongue, and he's just like,
Your tongue is numb. But it
I'm
also
trying to
has
find
like
a solid piece of my body the chip's not going to fall out of. Most of me is hollow.
they're able to find a little spot.
It's just like, zoop, like a
That they're
GPS
able
tracker
to-
on a car.
yeah, they're able to like kind of like embed it. Maybe special magnets or something. I don't know.
We'll figure it out later.
You have like some wooden parts, don't you, or not?
I'm all wooden, actually.
Oh, yeah, you're all wooden.
Except for the in between my joints, which is made of shadow magic.
Oh yeah. So they are able to find a place in the wood that they're able to kind of like shove it in, and it's good. It's
Yeah, that works.
they've had to get creative with some of these people. Turtles were the hardest, yeah.
But don't they have like a soft underbelly? Can you just go right there?
Yeah, but then the shell blocks the signal, yeah. Doesn't actually. They just think that it does. Kind of like how you're like, don't use a cell phone on a plane. Like, it doesn't actually do anything. I mean, anyway.
Let's move on to... You get
Anyway.
Just keep moving.
You're each given 10 tokens, and you are given a list of activities that you can participate in. It is 10 a.m., so you have 2 hours until the sponsor luncheon. And the activities are a strength test, a tightrope test, an eating contest, a trivia challenge, a safe cracking challenge, build off competitions, pit fighting, some gambling, of course, escape rooms, target shooter, like gotta hit some targets, and psychic readings.
So did somebody say that to us, or are they just listed out somewhere?
It's on the list. You're each given a list that you can like review each of them.
Okay, you definitely have to tell them to me again because I did not write anything down.
I'll post it in the Zoom chat.
Okay, perfect. So I know Brayden would want to do at least 3 of those things. I just don't remember what they all were.
And they each have kind of associated like skill or type of like event that is associated with them that is listed for you. And if you participate, you must pay one of your tokens. If you win, if you get an excellent score, if you do excellent at this activity, you get 10 gold pieces that you can take into the dungeon sphere with you. If you only do so like great, only 5 gold pieces. If you just do okay,
is gold useful in the dungeon sphere?
Yes. Whenever you're at the one of the checkpoints, or the rest stops or whatever. Not rest stop, what is it called? Yes, the checkpoint. Rest stop is world's greatest dungeon. Whenever you're at a checkpoint, there's a shop, and there's going to be a shop that you can get healing potions and stock up on supplies, and you'll need gold that you can also find in the sphere randomly in different rooms and whatnot in order to get supplies and such, because you're going to run out of certain supplies, you'll need to restock, etc., etc. And then if you do really bad, you get no gold pieces.
Okay.
And so, where would you like to go? You each probably think that you have maybe time for 1 or 2 games.
Ooh, decisions.
The festival around you, by the way, since as you walk in, there's balloons, there's different creatures being carried, different types of makeshift creatures like floats that are being carried, different balloons, animals that are being carried around. You see people on stilts walking around, clowns, jugglers, fire breathers, different kinds of performers and activities. You see areas for dancing, several different places with just a keg and people refilling their drinks.
Nice.
And it's a festival. It's going wild, and this festival is everything other than the games is pretty much free for anyone to partake in, because it's paid for and sponsored by the makers of the Dungeon Sphere.
Okay, mechanical question. The build-off competition on the artisan's tools. Is it dex or strength plus proficiency for those?
Whenever you use an artisan tools, depending on the tool, it will be strength or dexterity or intelligence most of the time, yeah.
Cool. So we can only do 2 though. Oh, that's lame. Okay, let's see.
Oh, you can try other ones.
Brandon wants to do like 4 of them, as it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You guys can go first if you guys know what you want to do. I don't know which one she wants to do first.
Should we split up or should we stay together?
We might.
Quentin shrugs.
Not talking to you, Quentin.
Okay, fine. I'll see you at the luncheon. Bye.
We might be able to cover more ground if we split up, but and get more things done, and possibly get more gold for the game. Yeah.
Do you want to try splitting up based on things we do well or things that we don't do well? Partnering off? Or are we just going all on our own?
Well, I mean, there's 5 of us, so that'd be hard to partner off.
Fair point. Kanari takes that as her cue to turn around and just be like, I'll catch up with you guys later. And she's going to head over to the psychic reading.
If there's 11 games, should we all take 2? We can kind of do everything.
I mean, that works for me. There's 2 that...
What things are we good at?
Moxie would definitely do the tightrope. She's really good at acrobatics and being dexy. And then possibly the pit fighting, obviously.
Okay. So Moxie's on pit fight and acrobatics.
Yeah, I got strength, the strength one, and depending on what everyone else, either the Constitution or the Artisan's Tools.
The eating contest.
Yeah, well,
Gosh.
yeah. She is grown girl. She's only pushing 30. She needs to have all the nutrients she can get to make sure she's a nice strong dwarf.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot you're
all
a
about
baby dwarf.
Yes.
All right.
Rexel,
Rexel's
maybe.
gonna.
Yeah, Rexel could take the trivia challenge, and then maybe either the Thieves' Tools challenge possibly, or the build-off competition would both be good.
I'm not too good at too many things, so I would suggest that I would take the Thieves' Tools.
Go for it.
If I was to describe myself, I would describe myself with expertise.
Definitely go for it. Who's got ranged combat?
I mean,
No.
I
technically,
have
Particularly.
As you
spells.
read the description of the target shooter a little bit more, it says that it's not just bow and arrow. It can be ranged spell attacks, like any type of ranged sort of.
I mean, if we need to, if someone else wanted to take the pit fighting, I could also do that one.
Rexel's
With
also
some
got
darts.
some range. Things.
Y'all can do the same ones, but it makes sense that you all want to like split off and do things first.
you're not interested in the build-off, Rexel, as an artificer?
Oh, definitely. I would love to do that, but somebody already took that one, so I can do whatever we need.
I thought Brenna said she was going to take the eating contest.
I could do the eating contest or the build off, whichever one.
I would love to do the build-off. I mean, I'm basically building something with my left hand right now, so I'm.
Yeah, that's why I had suggested it. You haven't stopped since
Yeah.
There's a small little explosion on the device, like a little puff of smoke.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll
Fair-
take the safe cracking, and I will also take the gambling.
Yeah, perhaps if we have more time, I can do some building too. And she has like leatherworking kit, and mason's kit and smith's kit and wood carvers, and just like random hops hanging off of her belt because she's good with a lot of tools and such. So, but anyways, so maybe if we have time, I'll stop over there too. But yes, you go for that one, and I'm gonna go get some second breakfast because I'm still a little hungry.
11.
Wait, you're going to the eating contest. Why do you not eat food at the eating contest?
No, that's
all
second breakfast.
Second breakfast is the eating contest.
I don't understand.
So is Kanari taking the psychic readings and escape room? Or I think those were the 2 or 3 that were left.
You did say that you were going to head to the psychic readings. So, since Kanari was kind of like, bite, we're going to start with Kanari. As you follow the map provided on your little brochure before you, you were able to find yourself at this series of tents, and you see this big sign that says psychic readings. It's kind of like glowing a little bit. Even in the daylight, you can see kind of like a little bit of the effervescent glow. And you are able to locate one of the tents that is currently not occupied or being engaged in any psychic activity. And you find yourself crawling in there. Inside, once you are in, you see this woman with very sharp features. She seems to have the irises of a snake, and she looks at you, and there's a crystal ball, and she says, "Hey, what do you want?"
This is where the psychic readings happen, right?
Oh, yeah. But, the rules are special.
How so?
You see, we're gonna see who can read each other's minds the best. I try to read yours, you try to read mine. And then, if you win gold.
Okay. That should be interesting.
Mhm.
And Kanari sits down at the table with her and kind of folds her hands and just goes, so, who's going first?
Oh, that would be you, my child. Okay. So what you're gonna do for this activity is you are going to try to read her mind by performing an insight check against her deception check.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yep.
fight.
And so if you beat her, then you'll win the round, and I'll tell you kind of what you're picking up. And then whoever wins 3 out of 5 first wins the whole thing.
Alrighty.
All right. So she looks at you, and there's a crystal ball, and she says, "You can use this if you want."
Oh, I prefer looking into people's eyes, if you don't mind.
Try to read my thoughts. She stares at you, performs a deception check.
Cool. Kanari is gonna just smile, look into her eyes, and dirty 20 for an insight check.
Oh my gosh. She rolled a 14 on her deception. So, what you are picking up from her is she is thinking that she's got this in the bag. And she thinks that this is gonna be easy because you're picking up that confidence, that arrogance.
Well, this is interesting. You think I don't know what you're thinking right now. You think you have a pretty good poker face. I mean, I know the type a lot of people overestimate me. I mean, I know I'm young, but you do seem a little nervous now. It's kind of growing across your face.
Well, in this tense, there's nothing but the truth here. And you can actually sense like a magical like presence from the orb. There's probably some sort of magic that forces people to tell the truth while they're in here, because they could easily just say like, "Nope, you're wrong." She says, yes, you got the first one right. But now let me try and look in your minds. So roll me a deception check.
Oh boy. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7.
She rolled an 8.
Oh, come on.
So tell me what you're thinking. Tell me, the DM.
Kanari's definitely like, okay, I know when people tell the truth, but I suck at lying. So she's definitely relying on her background as like a healer, and like people are like, I'm fine. Well, Moxie's always been like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, and really she has like 3 broken ribs. So that's where a lot of
You only have to worry at 4.
Hey, you're thinking that that you got the ability to see what's on other people's minds quite well, but you know that you are terrible at lying and deceiving.
Very good.
What is on your mind?
Indeed.
So second round, she wins. And now, she says, now you can't tell what I'm thinking this time.
Mm-hmm.
She meets your eyes.
That's a nat 1.
Oh no!
And you die.
Well, it was fun. I'll
Backup character, just kidding.
Start off real well.
So you cannot tell what she's thinking. She has definitely like, since she can't underestimate you anymore, she's prepared now. And so, do you want to at least take a guess, or do you want to admit defeat this round?
I think Kanari will like narrow her eyes a little bit and then like smile and just be like, Wow, you weren't kidding.
Mhm.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes. But even though I am the winner of this round, you have one more chance to try to tie and get back what you've lost.
What have I lost exactly? Because I'm broke.
A round.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't thinking that I was going to...
But also your dignity.
I'm sure you could take a lot of that from me.
Roll me another deception check. Round 3.
That's an 11.
She rolled a 2.
Yay!
My heart.
Poker face! Poker face!
Yeah, you like a challenge, don't you? You feel inspired by challenges. I cannot pick up what you are thinking at this time. Your face is too stoic at this time.
She has a bright grin on across her face the entire time.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, thanks. It's kind of... Oh, my cats are eating. Great. If you ever hear a whirring mechanical noise, assume it's my cats. Or Rexel's armor.
Not the robot overlords.
I do enjoy a challenge, though. You got that part right, but I don't know.
Now the real challenge begins. For this is the deciding round. Are you ready? Read my mind.
$13.
She rolled a 5.
Yay!
She decided to really switch it up, and so she's actually trying to like really focus on a really happy memory. And so you're picking up on like that she just looking up and to the right, like you know that she's trying to like go into a memory or seeing something. And the way that she's playing with her
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
No, Yuri, come back!
Rip.
Oh no. I
Oh
haven't
no.
been checking the chat either.
Oh.
And so what happens when someone disappears is that all of the cameras get thrown off. And so now I'm Moxie.
I'm still fine. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
put him up,
Umbrin.
put him up.
And it looks like Wyatt is in 2 different.
Oh, am I splitting?
Yeah, I like pulled it up and it's pretty nice.
Oh, incredible.
But anyway, the way that she's like looking up, trying to like playing with her lip a little bit, you can tell that she's thinking of a past lover.
There was somebody once. You seem really happy. I hope they didn't break your heart.
Oh,
They
they
did
did not!
Oh,
You
good!
did so good!
Are you still together?
Yes!
Yay!
Yes, we are.
Oh my goodness, that's so wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy for you too.
Yes. Well, because you did not completely annihilate me in this challenge, you did great. So, she actually puts 5 gold pieces down on the table for you. Congratulations!
Well, thank you.
Best of luck.
What was your name?
Oh, my name?
Uh-huh.
You can call me Jonagrath.
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 Jonagrath. It's easier when you're UNT like me.
I am not, but I will do my best to remember your name.
Oh, Yuri's restarting their computer. I just saw that message.
Yeah.
Okay. They'll be back. Yes. So, Kanari, you are done with that activity. So now we're gonna go to Braina.
She's going to second breakfast. So.
Eating contest.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Is it a saving throw or is it a straight?
This will be just a straight Constitution check.
Ah. She's
Yeah,
not exceptionally great at that, but better than one, I guess.
Yeah. So Ryan will actually be readjusting our cameras to get us where we need to go. Jacob, you're me.
I'm the dungeon master.
You're the dungeon master now.
Roll initiative.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. I need to make a character. Quentin! Run! Anyway, Ryan will be getting right on that. He's doing great. Ryan is the tech production dude, but he's also the dungeon master of the Wednesday games, which are the world's greatest dungeon, the original Scryervision. So if anyone is watching who is not tuned into that, make sure that you tune in or watch some recaps or follow us on YouTube. But
we should do recaps. That would be fun.
we should do recaps. We should
We
do
should
like
do recaps.
yeah.
Did
So you
Kanari
can go
win that one?
Kanari did win that one.
Mhm.
It was wild.
She won it in a good sense. But what was the other option? Excellent.
There was excellent, great, okay, bad. Excellent would have been if Kanari just like won 3 rounds immediately.
Mhm.
That's how you get excellent.
Okay, so it was good. So she got 5 gold.
Yep, great equals 5 gold.
Okay.
Brina,
Yes.
when you arrive at the eating contests, you know that there's multiple eating contests that happen throughout the day, and so they are actually just getting ready to start the next one.
Yes.
And so you go, you find the Goliath man who seems to be running the show. He says, "Hey, what's up? You wanna join? You wanna do the?"
I'm ready for second breakfast. If you could just point me in the direction of like all the bacon, that'd be great.
That's the spirit. Very good. Can I have your token?
She gives him one of the tokens.
And then he scans this like little device, and it goes bloop, and it actually pops up your information. You're starting to realize that the tracker also contains sort of like your information, and they need to identify the bodies somehow.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty cool. How does that thing knows all about me? That's pretty awesome. I like it.
Oh yeah, we're all giving it all of the game runners. But anyway, the eating contest.
And we were talking second breakfast. Where, please? I'd like to go.
Go ahead and line up with the others. You see 5 other individuals. There's a halfling and a tall, lanky elven woman. You see a turtle, a triton, and then this thick, muscular human. You are the 6th challenger. Welcome.
Perfect.
When the game is announced, you will take seat number 6. And
Okay.
you will attempt
I think I got that. Okay.
best other competitors. You will be given pies.
No bacon? I was hoping for bacon.
No bacon, only pies.
Okay, so what's that'll do? What kind of pies?
Well, they vary in flavor. And so, if you want, you will sometimes get apple, sometimes get blueberry, sometimes get cranberry, sometimes get watermelon.
Watermelon pie, that doesn't seem like it would cook down very well.
Oh, but they do it very special. Yeah.
Okay, yes, let's get the show on the road, shall we?
So how this is going to work is So how this is going to work is you just need to eat the most pies in a set amount of time.
Mhm.
And so when you are given a pie, you're gonna roll, or each like round that I call out, you're gonna roll a Constitution check, and if you beat a certain threshold that I have in my mind,
Mhm.
it's gonna be 15 actually. If you beat a 15, you have eaten that pie, which means you get to keep that one. And then we're gonna do 10 rounds, and whoever has the most pies wins. If there's a tie, then you just eat more pies.
So I eat all 10 pies regardless of if I finish them?
Well, no. So it's basically you are timed, and so how many pies you can eat in those 10 rounds, but you have to get over 15 in order to successfully eat a pie in a round. There aren't actually rounds for in the competition. There's rounds as in like a combat round.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a challenge. It's combat of the pies.
Pie combat. Pie bat.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Very
you
good.
are brought onto stage, and the Goliath comes up and he says, "We have our competitors. And now, at the sound of the gun, you will begin." You have someone brings a pie and sets it in front of each of you, and then the Goliath pulls out this little gun device, and then goes, "Poof," and there's like a little flare that goes, and then like a little firework, and it's time. So go ahead and roll a d20. Keep track of the NPC pies.
You have a lot to roll. I will let you finish that, and then I will tell you what I got, because it's fun.
Because it's fun. So in the first round, actually, the only one that gets through the first pie is the halfling.
So I'll see if my camera will focus in on this. Probably won't, because it won't, but can you see that? That's what I rolled. That's a 20. First
But-
roll of the campaign, 20. Nailed it.
The halfling also rolled a 20.
Oh my god.
What? Does he have a +3 to their constitution? Do they have a +3 to their constitution?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's the question. See, I was hoping it to be a con save, because then it'd be +6. But
Yeah. Nope, you're not saving against anything.
you're saving against a full stomach.
Yeah.
Sure.
All
That
right.
sick breakfast you had.
All right. I said there was a hat and then the elf. Boop, boop, boop. But seriously, only the halfling was the first one able to get through. So we're gonna do.
You know, not everybody likes pie, and that's valid.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the best pie here, so it's fair.
All right, round 2. See if you can eat another pie is brought before you and set in front of you, and the halfling.
Just me and the halfling?
Yep, just you and the halfling were brought another pie, and then the halfling consumes another pie,
I only got 13.
and then the turtle actually gets one. The elf finishes the first one. The elf finishes the first one.
Oh, that's
And
how it
then-
works. Okay.
Yeah. And then the human also finishes the first one.
I feel like with that 20, we should have each finished 2.
I wish. All right.
I wish.
And the Triton is still on his first. Round
Oh, that
3.
poor guy. He's having a tough time.
The halfling does not make it through this third pie as fast. What did you roll?
I only rolled a 10 that time.
Oop. So you're not able to get through this pie either.
The second pie. Nope.
The turtle is able to get through the second pie.
Oh, dang.
The turtle seems to be taking the whole slow approach.
Slow.
Round 4. Ooh, the thick, muscular human eats a third pie. The halfling starts rubbing his stomach. I don't feel so good.
If you roll 1, are you out?
He eats
Yeah.
That feels like it would be the best thing to do,
Yes.
as it turns out.
All
He's
right.
so small. He's just a halfling.
What did you roll this time?
I rolled another 20.
Oh my gosh. So you finished another pie.
Yeah. I picked the same dice that rolled a 20 the first time. The other 2 are now in Dice Geo.
All right. Number 5.
Number 5. Okay.
The elf finishes their second pie. And the rest are not able to get through the pie that is currently in front of them. What did you roll?
19 on the die for a 23.
Okay, you
Or
successfully.
22. I mean, I can math. It's fine.
Yeah, you successfully eat another pie. Now round 6. None of them are able to get through this next pie. Or the
13
current
on the
pie.
die for a 16.
Yep. You consume another one. Everyone in the crowd is now like looking like, who is that?
Choop, choop, choop.
Who is she? What?
I'm eating all the pie. It's all for me. Thank you. If I could just have some of that one over there, it'd be great.
Everyone's like trying to figure out who you are because all of a sudden you're just like kind of like in Wreck-It Ralph when number 2 when they have to feed the bunny and then the other creature. Okay, round 7.
Okay.
Ooh, the Triton finally finishes his first pie.
Oh.
He's got a fork and a knife, and he's
Just
going like
dainty,
this. That's it. Eating contest? Nah, free pie.
He said, you know, if this were fish, I'd be able to get through it just fine. Fish pie.
That was only a 7 for me.
All right, so you are still currently working on your pie. So round 8.
Damn it. Okay. Try another one.
The
Put it back,
halfling,
though.
the halfling gets a second wind and is able to eat a third pie. The turtle also eats a third pie, and the human gets his 8th. The elf is just like staring at the pie. She hasn't even been able to like process that there's another pie in front of her. Round 9.
Okay. Decisions. Purple, gold, sparkly, or marble? Decisions.
Gold.
Decisions.
The turtle in round 9 just takes the entire pie, kind of like dislocates his jaw like a snake, and then shoves it in.
So that's a 12 on the die for 15.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then round 10.
Now.
Round 10, everyone but the human consumes. Oh, everyone but the human and the elf. So the halfling gets a 4th pie. The turtle gets a 5th pie.
I only got a 14 that time.
And then the Triton gets a 2nd pie. Woo! That one was a watermelon pie. I'm good with water.
But
God.
well, I'm glad it went to you then, because that did not sound like a very good thing for to eat, because it's just watermelon. It's just like all water. How do you make a pie out of all water? I don't get it.
All right, let's tally up the pies. And Brayna, how much did you get?
On that last roll, I was a 14. I don't
How
remember
many pies did you eat?
I was supposed to keep track of that. I don't know. I think it was like
I have down 5.
Mhm.
5.
It appears as though we have a tie. Bring 2 more pies, and the rest of you leave. So the Triton, the human, the elf, and the halfling walk off, and then the turtle is sitting there. And you sit next to each other, and 2 pies are placed in front of you. The turtle looks at you, slowly raises out his hand. Good luck to you.
I like your shell. It's pretty cool.
Thank you. It's my,
It's part of me.
I got it from my mother's side. Now, get the turtle's let's see if you can consume this next pie. Whoever consumes the pie the fastest, so whoever rolls a 15 or higher will, yeah. So,
Yep.
round 1.
That is a 17 on the die for a dirty 20.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, she just. So, were there any? Is it all fruit pies, or is there like meat pies and stuff too?
This one is a pecan pie.
Pecan pie, huh? So
Pecan pie.
she's like pecan pie. She's like, I know how to eat this real quick, and she like lifts it from the bottom, folds it in half, and just goes bleh, right in her mouth.
We got a good kind of like tagline for Team Reaper from. Oh yeah, it was just Sailor Megan.
Just me.
Meg.
Yep.
Moxie's in
Meg's
charge of
in chat, y'all.
branding.
Yeah. Always bet on Reaper.
She's not good at much, but she's got that.
Always bet on. Anyway, because it did go to a tie and you did not blow everyone out of the water right away, you receive 5 gold pieces.
Nice.
Here you go, 5 gold pieces. By the
And
way, this
she, like-
Goliath is like 7 foot tall, like 350 pounds.
Well, he
Classic.
sounds exactly like the lady who served us pancakes, so I've been imagining that they're the same people, that halfling and that Goliath.
You go to culinary school
And
in
you get that voice.
in Evercrest, and you
They
just get
give
that
you the
voice.
chef's hat, and that's just it.
They're actually dating.
Oh,
Even
Yeah.
better.
that's adorable.
Brandon goes, did you make all these pies, or is that someone else?
Oh, my girlfriend made them.
Oh, your girlfriend? Okay, you have to point me in her direction because I would like to get some more pies, please.
Well, she's a halfling. She's about yay tall. You just like hand all the way down. And
Just reaching real far.
she kind of.
great at making lamb chops.
Oh, I think I met her this
Leg of
morning.
lamb.
And she made some pretty freaking good pancakes.
Oh, pancakes is also her specialty.
Yes, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Can you point me in the direction of the strength competition? And she holds up the map that she has upside down. Like I feel like I might be going in the wrong. I don't see it in the strength, but it says it's that way. I don't.
He says, "Oh, your map is upside down."
Oh, that would explain it. Okay, flip. Okay, got it.
And
And now-
oh man, I couldn't read undercommon. Now I know why. Undercommon is common, turned upside down.
And now we're gonna move to Frexel.
Right. Rexel would have probably gone to the trivia challenge first.
All right. Trivia challenge. The trivia challenge. There is essentially a large screen, and you were able to get there in the middle of the game, so you see some questions that magically appear on the screen. And then there's actually 2 contestants, only 2, and with a button in front of them. And whenever they press the button, it goes, eh. And then the MC would be like, yes, contestant number 1. And so once the game is done, they're saying, we're looking for two to enter the trivia challenge.
Oh, I can. Excuse me. Sorry. Begins sort of pushing through using the claw arm to just sort of like push people aside. I think I can answer a few of these.
Hello. You will be contestant number 1. Provide me your token.
Oh, here you go.
He grabs a token. He scans your little bloop. Gets a reading of who you are. Frexel. I won't say the rest of your name. That is a long name. Go ahead. Enter. And then he gestures to you to take a stance in front of the first buzzer. And then another person appears and says, and this person is a goblin. Yes. The goblin, just like really thick glasses. They're like almost like this thick.
Impractical. I don't. Okay.
Bald, with a puffy vest, and this vet has a pocket and there's like some pens, and since the glasses are so large and heavy, they're always sliding down, so he's always pushing it back up.
Is that a trapper keeper?
Ooh, hey, my name is Egg. And oh, you want to challenge? Yeah, Egg wants to challenge. Okay, token. Hands the token. Step right up. Contestant number 2 scans Egg. Egg turns and looks at you, pokes up his glasses. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Egg.
My name's Rexel von Chomsky's agency McPuffin. It's nice to meet you.
That's a long name.
You know.
I'm just Egg.
I like it.
Okay, contestants. You two get to battle it out in the battle of wits to see who can come up with the most correct answers in 5 rounds.
All right.
All right. And so there's a big old like showiness, and there's the screen has like a little display of like, welcome to the trivia challenge. Da, 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 da. And the crowd around is like, ah! And so how this will work, meta game wise, is I will ask you questions and then you will answer to the best of your ability as a player. But if you as a player need hints or something, you will roll a history check, nature check, or whatever that is relevant. And then if you roll well, then I'll meta game tell you as the player what Vrexel knows.
Okay.
And that will actually go against just general rolls that I'm doing for Egg. Now I want to make a character named Egg.
Dev, you literally play D&D a lot. You can make any character you want.
I know. Egg, the Goblin
Egg is
Wizard.
gonna be in the dungeon series.
Yeah, I was like,
Gonna be on another team.
We're gonna
Is
all
Egg
have
on
our hearts
another team?
broken.
No,
We're going to
I-
adopt Egg.
Oh no.
Yep. Oh gosh, now I need to shunt Egg into one of these teams.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Don't
He's got, like-
murder him.
He's gotta be, right?
He's level
Is
20
now-
though, so we have to run away from him. Have no option.
He's like
He would
He's
kill
the
himself.
true big bad guy of the game.
Or die for Egg. It's fine.
He is now on Team Hydra. Anyway,
Oh god.
Taking that as a note.
renamed to Team Egg.
He's constantly outshining the other team members. No one else knows he's got teammates.
question number 1, as it appears on the screen. The question reads, lost and alone in a forest you be, encounter a Gorgon. Oh, don't scream. The Gorgon comes and he blows his smoke. What will happen to you if you choke?
Well, is this like Jeopardy where you have to like time the thing at the end of the question, or you can just like?
What we'll do is we'll have you roll roll me just a general intelligence check.
Okay. Ooh. That is a total of 24.
Ooh, okay, so something clicks in you first, and so you actually hit the buzzer first before Egg.
Shucks.
I believe it was Johannes Tinctorius. He talked about in his treatise on Gorgons that the petrifying nature of their gas, that it can turn you into stone.
Ah, ding, 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 ding. That is correct. And there's actually like a brief flash of like an actual Gorgon simulated like breathing over people and then turning to stone, like this kind of animation. It's very like it's one of those bowling alley animations where it's just really bad, but it gets the gist across.
Just strike at the end.
Yeah.
Turkey.
But they're all just falling into little bits of dust and dirt.
Yeah. And then a little light on your podium actually lights up, indicating that you have received 1 point.
Awesome.
Oh, wonderful. Now, on to the next question. Now, the question that appears before you is actually a question about magical items.
So advantage.
That's a magical item. This magical item question says a sword of this rarity is known to decapitate creatures that be hostile toward you and fail to understand that a slice on the neck will leave them dead. What legendary sword is known for the severing of a creature's head with one strike? Roll me an intelligence check. I'm trying to do like a rhymey riddle thing, and I'm like,
so you kind of lost the trail on that.
Yeah. I'm like, what rhymes with decapitation?
Laceration.
Laceration, yeah.
Just a general intelligence check.
Yep.
14.
Egg hits the buzzer.
I believe that that would be the Vorpal sword.
Ding, 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 ding. A little light flashes on his podium. That is correct. That is the Vorpal sword, known for slaying the heads of dangerous beasts. And now, a question about nature.
Uh-oh, Fate Falls. Keeps on.
Fate and I have the same problems with the Nightbot.
Fate Falls in the fight with Nightbot. Sorry, I'm just amused.
So who
fine.
wants to dance? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Here, I'm going to pop a message in the Discord really quick.
Now, this question is about plants. A specific type of plant. Trees. Which tree is known to be the most fire resistant of all of the trees? Not magical. It has no magical properties. Completely natural. And go ahead and roll me an intelligence check just to see if like it clicks fast for you.
It's a dirty 20, total of 20.
Yep, so you hit the buzzer. And then, do you, Jacob, know?
Fire-resistant trees. I don't think I know that.
All right. So go ahead and roll me a nature check.
All right. Ooh, all right. Oof, total of 10.
Total of 10? You know that there is a tree that does have some pretty good fire resistance because of the amount of water that they have in them. A 10's not good, but it's not bad.
The only fire resistant tree I know of is were trees are not supposedly not flammable. But that's all I know.
Right.
I'm not familiar with water.
With a 10, you know, you can't think of it off the top of your head. I'm gonna see if Egg knows. You stall. You're like, and then,
yeah.
Time's up. And then Egg hits the buzzer.
The cypress tree.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wanted a real tree.
Yeah, like a legit
Not a
real tree.
fantasy tree. I was like, dragon tree.
That was a
Water tree. Is it
cypress
kelp?
tree.
Cypress trees are known to have high water content that allows them to be fire resistant.
Good, very good.
God, what a nerd.
And then another light lights up. And now we will talk about. We have a question about the art of artifice. So you have advantage on this one.
I better get this one.
A special type of artifice is known for creating a special companion that they are able to keep by their side and also use as a guardian. What is the name of this special companion that a certain type of artificer can make? And what is the name of that artificer? Roll me an intelligence check at advantage.
It's gonna be a 22.
Egg hits the buzzer. Bam!
What?
Rude.
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
I know that they're called the Battlesmith, but their is it a homunculus?
Oh, I'm sorry, Egg. That is incorrect. Because he rolled an 11 on the
Okay.
Arcana check. Now, we have a chance to steal. Frexel.
You're not talking about a homunculus servant?
No, I am not. But you got a hint. Battlesmith. What are
Oh.
battlesmiths known for?
Oh, okay.
If you, Jacob, need help, you can roll me an Arcana check.
I'm trying to remember what they're called. Are they the like the things that you can deliver spells through the like the 17th level feature where they can like a magical item that you can cast a spell through?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Stop guessing. Stop guessing. Just let them tell you.
Arcana check. That's a
Mhm.
24.
You know them as Iron Defenders.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Iron Defender, Pretzel says.
Lights up. Now it's 2-2. This last question could make or break. Now,
Good. Will.
yeah. Will be the final answer, and this question is about the thing pops up. This question is about the Magisterium. Now, the question is, what province and which house is it controlled by is the farthest north in the Magisterium?
Making a general intelligence check.
See if you can
16.
Yeah. So first, Egg is like,
I don't know this one. I don't know this one.
and he starts banging his head on the table in front of you.
Oh no!
He rolled a 1, so I'm like, how do I
Oh,
know?
no.
Oh, I've been there.
Poor baby.
Oh no.
Somebody needs to give Meg a hug.
Is it province Dios, controlled by House Tramaris?
Correct. And then the last light flashes. Boing! Congratulations! You are the winner. That was a great performance. However, your opponent did get a couple of questions right as well. So we will have to only award you 5 gold pieces.
Rexel goes over and gives Egg a little hug.
No.
Aww.
I hope that if we meet in this dungeon sphere that we can be really good friends.
Oh, definitely. We will be best friends.
I
Oh, he's gonna kill us all.
Oh yeah.
That's the lore of the dungeon.
Egg is the big
Us
bad.
and egg.
Exactly. So, just to be clear, I called him Egg because Egghead.
Yeah, we figured it
Okay.
out.
Yeah. We got that.
We caught that. We're
Okay,
all
just
good.
making sure, because I'm that kind of person where I would not catch that.
It didn't go that deep there. I think we all picked up
Oh
on it.
no.
Okay, I think we're gonna have egg puns for the rest of the night. So thanks, Steph. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No.
Ryan just posted they cracked the code.
Yeah.
I should roll a d6 every time somebody makes a pun just for psychic damage.
Well, if
That's
you
actually-
don't like puns, sure.
That should be a bard class, subclass. College of Puns.
I thought there was a homebrew with that. I don't know, maybe.
Probably.
Wonderful. Okay, now we will go on to Umbrin.
Speaking of cracking, I'm going to the safe cracking.
Hey! Okay, so when you get to the safe cracking, there's actually a multiple different kind of rooms that each individual person goes into, and essentially you're not competing against other people, you're competing against a timer. And so, what we will need from you is the person that you give your token to scans you, has a hard time actually getting the scanner to work. I'm really sorry about this, and tries to find. Oh, bing! Okay,
Like
there you
literally when I go to the doctor and like, man, your veins are so hard to stick, they just keep rolling.
are. Oh.
It's on me.
Yeah. So, what you will do is you will go in there, and then you will try to crack the safe. And if you, depending on how long it takes you, you will receive a prize based on the amount of time it takes you to crack that safe. A lot of fun, right? The only rule is you cannot destroy the safe. You actually have to actually crack it. Like you
Who
can't.
destroys safe?
People with explosives.
Brayna walks by the tent with her hammer, just like.
All right. You can go ahead and go into room number 4, and as soon as the door shuts and the timer starts, you may begin.
All right, I hold out my hands and my thieves' tools unfold from them because they are integrated into me.
Go
Going to-
gadget!
Yeah, my go gadget thieves' tools hands. I'm gonna sit cross-legged in front of the safe and get to work.
All right, so we are going to have you roll thieves' tools checks, but we're going to have you roll. You need to make 5 successful thieves' tools checks. No, 3.
Okay.
We're going to do 3. And so, depending on how long it takes you to get those 3 successes, which needs to be over 15,
Oh,
then
Dev,
that'll determine.
that's so sad. These are pathetic little safes. I have expertise. That's a plus 10 to thieves' tools.
Oh my god. Well, then we will make it DC 18. No,
Okay.
that
Okay.
still is 8 or lower. We'll do DC 20.
All right.
Thank you for
doesn't-
letting me know.
Whoa.
What?
First one, 21.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So you're able to crack the first number in the code.
First one, 14. Not great.
Okay, the second one, you're unable to.
Next one, 20.
And the third attempt, you were able to get the second number of 3.
29.
You able to get the third number immediately, and you're so fast that you leave, and the person who was supposed to be running this looks at you. Did you hurt yourself? Are you okay?
No, it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
That's the fastest I've ever seen anyone complete this.
They weren't difficult. I'm so sorry to tell you.
He mutters over to someone that's sitting there. Is it fair to let this thing participate? Hey, he's got a chip. He's fine. He's fine. Okay, well, 10 gold pieces. He hands you 10 gold pieces.
Oh, I feel like that went too fast.
And with that, we will actually take our 10-minute break. So, everyone who is watching, we will be back in 10 minutes, around 9:40 p.m., barring any meteor striking the Earth. And we will return properly hydrated and rest, 10-minute rest, and yeah. So we will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Hello. Welcome back to the Dungeon Sphere. I am Dev, and this is Team Reaper, and we are gonna continue shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yes. So, the shenanigans that we will be doing revolve around Moxie. Moxie, what shenanigans are you gonna get up to?
Let's go to pit fighting.
Let's go to pit fighting!
Yeah.
Okay, pit fighting is essentially you're gonna use unarmed strikes. You're gonna actually be in combat with somebody else. Except this other person is gonna be another player that's on another team.
Okay.
So when you go up, you are brought into this little pit, and it's kind of like a mini coliseum where there's enough room for two people to have like a duke it out, but there's like grandstands all around and people are cheering and like it's very like lots of like energy, aggression, and when you are brought out onto the field, you actually see a person that stands before you. They look like this large, muscular figure, except their skin is white, their hair is white, their eyes are pale white. They have very bland, like almost vague facial features. And if you've never seen a changeling before, you are now witnessing a changeling, known to be able to change their shape and whatnot. And the announcer says, and we have two mighty challengers for the pit. On our right, we have the one, the only... What was your name again? Referring to Moxie.
It's Moxie.
Moxie! And then on the other hand, the other side, on our left, this is Boy. And
Your name is Boy?
Boy. Boy just looks and says, yeah.
Good name.
And now, when the bell tolls, we'll fight. Give me an initiative roll.
My initiative down out here. Hang on. It's 14 is what I rolled. That doesn't sound good.
All right, you're gonna go first
Oh, okay.
because he rolled a 1.
Oh.
Hello. Poor boy.
I mean, it's just so this is gonna be all unarmed strikes. You weren't allowed to bring in your staff or whatever you use.
Yeah,
And
I'm pretty good at unarmed strikes, so.
So you will be able to go first.
All right. So I'm still just rolling a d20, right? Like normal combat?
Yep.
Okay. So that'll be a 10.
A 10 will not hit. You can use your monk abilities, so you can do bonus actions.
Sweet. Okay, then let me just pull this.
Don't you have 2 attacks on the first one yet?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll again. That's a 13.
A 13 will not hit.
Okay. We'll just maybe change that dice.
And then so you're trying to strike out or strike him, and as you go for your first punch, he just moves out of the way. Then you go for the second punch. He just moves out of the way. And then he takes both of his fists and brings them up and then swings them down to try and hit you in the back with just this forceful strike. And he will roll an 18. Does that hit you?
Yeah, just barely, but yeah.
Okay, so you will actually take 3 bludgeoning damage from that.
Okay.
And then his second attack is going to be with his knee. But you are able to, you get hit in the back with his 2 hammer fists coming down. And you get hit, but then you actually are able to push off of the knee that he's coming in for a second attack and push yourself away from him.
Sick. All right, so just go again.
Mhm.
Oh gosh. Okay, that's another 10.
That will miss.
And then this is a 22.
22 will definitely hit.
Okay.
And you can use stunning strike and all that too if you want. I don't know what level mugs get that though.
I do have that, so hang on. I'll roll. So this is my second attack. Oh wait. Do I have that? I think I do. Oh my gosh.
I think it probably lives in features and traits.
Yeah, there it is. It's like it's down in other. It's really weird. Okay, so I will go ahead and do that well, it says with a melee weapon. Does that count as my hands?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will spend a point to make them stun.
Okay.
They need to meet a DC save of 14.
14. He just meets it, so that stunning strike does not work on him this time.
Sick. So the damage that I did from that would be a 9.
9? Oh my gosh.
And yeah, because I still get to add on my stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then does it matter how many key points I spend in a turn?
Nope.
Okay, so I will go ahead and spend 1 more to make another 2 attacks.
Yeah, flurry of blows so that you can use your bonus 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Yeah. Oh, whoops, this one. So we'll go ahead and that's a 19.
That will definitely hit.
Okay, and so that'll be 7 damage. And then we'll go ahead and roll this other one. That's just an 18 without adding the +7.
18 without adding the +7. That will definitely hit as well.
So I am gonna spend another key point. So when I hit a creature with an unarmed strike, I can deal an extra 1d6 +3 necrotic damage.
Oh yeah.
So
That's an ability you have.
yeah. So the basic damage is gonna be another 9, and then the extra 1d6 is going to be another 9.
You said another 1d6?
Yeah. So like you can spend an extra key point to deal an extra 1d6. So I hit him. So my regular damage I rolled for a 9, and that extra 1d6 +3 is another 9.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, he's not looking good.
Out the competition early.
Yeah.
But then he is going to actually flex, and as he flexes, his entire body changes, and he begins to grow even more, and his his skin becomes grayer, and he kind of looks like this large, imposing Goliath now, as the changeling is like changing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is actually going to rage. That was like how he rages.
Okay. That's not good for me,
but that's actually his turn, so you actually see that as an opening. Like,
Okay.
oh, he's doing something, so I get to strike.
all right. So 19.
19 will hit.
Okay, and that'll be 6 damage.
Halved to 3.
Okay, and then I'll go ahead and do my other second attack. Oh. That's a not enough, I don't think. 12.
12 to hit will miss.
Yeah. And I can't do flurry of blows because I missed that one, right? Or it's just after I take an attack.
Flurry of blows after you take an attack. You can use that once per turn, pretty much any time.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that. So we'll do another 2 attacks. That's a natural 20.
Oh my gosh. So the way I do natural 20 is you roll everything as normal, and then at the end, you calculate it, and then you just double it.
Okay.
But you don't have to double it this time, because he has rage. So you just tell me
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and I will go ahead and spend my last key point to add that extra necrotic damage to it.
Okay, you don't have to... You can double that, because rage doesn't block that out.
Okay, so the damage that I did for that is going to be a 6 for the original base damage.
Yep.
And then for the extra necrotic damage, that's also going to be a 6, so that'll be 12, correct?
Okay.
Is that
How
what
do you want to do
doubled?
this?
So Moxie, comes up with a punch, misses, and then swipes up, and there's just this black necrotic energy within her fist that just punches right into his jaw.
This creature, this humanoid changeling, is very imposing before you. Just probably twice your size.
Yeah.
Probably more. And you just walloped him. And he falls. And the entire crowd just pauses and gasps for a moment.
Except
and then they go wild.
Yeah, Brayna's in the audience too because she got distracted by the
Yeah.
pit, and you could just hear go, "Woo! Go, Moxie, you can do it!" Woo!
Moxie's just doing a victory dance that's really bad. She's not a good dancer, but
Wonderful.
Kanari cringes somewhere off screen.
Kanari's Moxie's up to something that's very weird.
Hey,
I sense damage.
that was incredible. You win a total of 10 gold pieces.
Oh yeah.
For how quick you lasted or for how quick you had that fight go over, and you are now our new champion of the pits.
Moxie bows and says, "At my rightful place. I'll be here until we're not."
And now it's close to noon. You and Brayna come together, find the others, and
That's a great job, Moxie. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks.
But you forgot to tell me you're going to fight.
I know, but it was only 1-on-1. Next time I'll get you.
Okay.
Quentin comes to find all of you as well. Looks at all of you, looks at Moxie. Oh, what did you get yourself into?
There's fighting pits. They were allowed. You didn't say don't do them. If you said not to fight if it was a person, but this was a sanctioned ring. It was a thing that you guys offered.
But you still have blood on your knuckles.
Oh,
Well-
here. Let me take care of that. And Kanari's gonna cast Healing Word.
Brayna's
First-
100% hiding her hands behind her back because they're still full of pie.
So that is 5 points of healing back to Moxie.
All right, we're back up to full health.
Thank you very much, Kanari. Now, we all shall venture to the sponsor luncheon.
So at lunch, do we get food at home?
It's a luncheon. That's a
You-
yes.
I have been to
I
some
do
luncheons
not
here.
understand how much food humanoids need to eat. This seems like it's excessive, but I don't know any better.
This is not excessive. I'm a rapidly growing dwarf woman. I need all food I can get.
All right. Well, you all look great. Your clothes are spectacular. This luncheon should be a breeze so long as you don't make a fool of yourselves. Remember, if you get benefactors to appreciate you, to keep their eyes on you, then they can actually purchase gifts, rewards, items, things that they can actually send you in the dungeon sphere. So this is your time to shine. And to maybe get an advantage on the other teams. The other sponsors of the other teams, they are important in that they can sometimes tell their teams who to target, who's a threat, or who to ally with. They can have some sway. Your scion will also do such a thing whenever you're at a checkpoint and can communicate with the outside world. But yeah, so it's good to get in with the sponsors as well. So just don't, looking directly at Moxie, don't do anything to make them hate us.
I mean,
I don't
I
know,
think the guy
Quentin,
that I
you
just
met
beat
us.
up probably
You're
won't like us.
delightful.
Delightful indeed, Umbrin. Delightful. Okay, goodbye. I have my own things that I need to do at this luncheon, so mingle.
So we shouldn't just hang around with you then.
No. It's best if you move out individually. Maybe you could go as a group, but yeah. So he leads you to the grand ball house, and the entrance is guarded, not letting just anyone in. The entire town is participating in this festival, so they have to make sure that only players and only sponsors and other elites members of society can enter. And after getting scanned and seeing some information identification, you were led into this grand ballroom with plenty of people in the middle of this ballroom dancing and swaying around to some grand music, and plenty of people are walking around. There's 2 different tables full of hand foods like shrimp, caviar, oysters, salmon, rice.
See, this is why I
balls.
asked what kind of food there's gonna be, because I knew it would be this garbage lunch food. God.
Oh, there's other stuff as well. Different like little ham sandwiches. They're all like small little things that you can grab. There's plates, and there's also different servants that are walking around with charcuterie, champagne, and it's not crowded, but there's definitely, yes, Ryan, pigs in a blanket. Because that's totally high class. The classiest. Anyway, so the entire room is massive, very ornate, decorated, and you are free to go about and mingle.
Brandon mingles by the garbage food.
Good mingling.
You actually, as you go to the lunch table with all the different seafoods and whatnot, you see a tabaxi who is very excitedly grabbing different pieces of fish and clams and and this looks amazing. Oh, caviar? I love caviar. Oh,
There's a lot of small foods though. I would prefer, the bigger hunks of meat. This is just so tiny. Look, it barely fits in my hand.
but then you get an entire array of flavors that you can individually choose, mix.
Brandon has like 5 different appetizers in her hand, and she's like, I don't feel like these might be a good mix, but or she like chomps.
No.
all 5.
Individually, you must pace.
The amount of food that I need would just take so long. This is so small.
I understand. I much would prefer a large mahi-mahi to devour.
What on earth is a my?
A mahi-mahi is a type of fish that you can find in the ocean.
Is fish even really considered meat? Seriously, it is just so light, and it doesn't even fill me up a little bit.
It surely is. People of my persuasion, tabaxi, really love fish. I bet it's more of a taste sort of thing. Now, tell me, who are you?
Oh, my name's Brina Ironbeard. You can call me Brina Ironbeard if you want, but most people just call me Brina.
Pleasure. I am referred to as Starzy. full name is Stars Above. But I like Starsy. I'm actually the sponsor of one of the teams here. The team is Team Sphinx.
Team Sphinx. Well, I guess that fits, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am actually the proprietor of the Chartreuse Librarian.
The Chartreuse Library? What? Is that just a big old library?
Well, are you an avid reader?
And she kind of looks around. No, not a lot. No.
That's okay. Like I said, we all have our different tastes. Now, which team are you part of?
As she goes, she points to her little thing. I'm on Team Reaper. We got the best
Oh,
color. We got the purple, because obviously,
yes, I've heard of you. You have a gnome on your team. What was his name?
Oh yeah, that'd be
Axel? Brexel, yes. Oh, I'm very interested in talking to him. I have heard about some of his work and his studies, and as a academic such as myself, he truly stands out to me.
Oh, I can for sure introduce you if you like.
That would be most wonderful.
Brexley's just over, up by the dessert table, just nibbling at a few different things, kind of looking around, not really knowing, parties aren't really my thing. Oh.
And Brenda grabs just an armful of more of the appetizers and says, here, and she Starsy is so she grabs their hand, and he's right over this way, right? You can find him you can talk to him right there.
As they approach, Starsy is graceful and agile, walking without any sort of sway, just perfectly straight back and whatnot. Very graceful, and walks up to the area where Vrexel is and says, "I assume that you are Vrexel?"
Oh, that's right. Vrexel von Chomsky Sagenstein McPuffin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I am Stars Above.
Would I know who this is?
You want it off the top of your head.
Okay.
People call me Starsy. Starsy, you were told about Starsy by Quentin.
Okay.
But it was just off the cuff, so you're not really too sure. But you do know the Chartreuse Librarian. So when she says, "I represent the Chartreuse Librarian,"
Oh, well, I'm sure we have so much that we could talk about. What, are you here, or do you sponsor another team, or?
yes, we sponsor Team Sphinx. As you know, the Sphinx is the creature, the mythological beast that guards information, knowledge, and such, and we thought it was fitting to name our team just that.
I advocated for Sphinx, and I was, I went for it. I shot my shot, didn't quite get it, but.
Yes. Now, I just want to let you know that if there is ever an opening on Team Sphinx while in the Sphere, you would be most welcome on that team.
Well, I'm honored. I hope there's not an opening, in the sense that I hope that nobody on your team, but also I would love to. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. If you want, after the Sphere, I would love to have you at the Chartreuse Librarian.
Oh.
And you can take a look at the records, and even potentially go into the section that I don't let just anyone see.
Oh, wow.
You're not too sure if she's flirting with you or not.
Oh. Can I make some kind of check for that?
Do an insight check.
What's my insight?
What is it called? Sapiosexual?
Only +1 for an 8.
You have no idea
I got
if she's flirting with you or not.
I'm hearing books, and I'm going, oh, yeah, that would be, incredible. That would just be absolutely amazing.
Yes, and see if you do well, if you garner some some renown from your time in the sphere, the Chartreuse Librarium might be happy sponsoring you writing a book about what you know.
Oh, well, I'm more of a transcriber and a copier than a writer, but I do hope that by the time we're all done that there's plenty of stories to share. And I heard, does your library have the original copy of Frenchie Piscafurious' treatise on unicorn sap?
She winks. I guess you'll have to find out.
I am so into this interaction.
I rolled another insight check and I rolled a one.
I'm just imagining this woman is like 6 foot, little, maybe even taller, just staring down at Rexel like he's a little mouse.
I would say like 5'6".
That's still quite
Yes.
tall as Rex.
She wants a piece of that armor.
Anyway, I must go confer with my own team, so I will hopefully see you again.
Oh,
Please.
Absolutely.
Do your best to survive this sphere.
Absolutely. And not you two. It's nice to meet you.
He does a little bow and then walks away. And now what is Canary and Moxie doing?
I think they'd be hanging out together.
Yeah. I think, Moxie may have gone over to the food a little bit, but been like, nah.
Also, I love how Quentin told Brayna to stay by Umbren at all times.
And she immediately just bolted.
This has not
No,
done that.
Brandon's just gonna slow Umbren down. Like, he is meeting and greeting. He's out on the ballroom, like, doing dances where you, like, switch with partners real fast.
Oh, I love it. You know what? Give me a... Sorry, Umbren, give me a
that's okay.
performance check.
Oh, that is an 18 plus 4, 22.
You're catching so many eyes of onlookers watching people dance on the dance floor, and there's actually now people fighting to be able to be your partner.
I'm so popular. I'm gonna be a sorcerer. Yeah, charismatic I am.
Okay, so Canary Moxie, what are you up to?
Since everyone had to be here, is Boy around? Do I see him anywhere, or?
You would assume that Boy is around,
Okay.
but you don't see anyone that looks like the changeling persona from earlier. So
Okay.
you might be blending in a different sort of persona, so you're not sure.
Moxie would still kind of nudge Canary and be like, I beat up one of them.
She goes up to everyone and she's like, "Excuse me, are you Boy?" And they're like,
Did
"Yes,
I beat you up?"
am a boy. She's like, "No, are you Boy?"
Hi, did I beat you up? Hi, did I beat you up? Kai just looks at Moxie like with a little flute of champagne and is like, I thought we said we were making friends.
Well, the fighting pits was a thing. No one said not to go to it. I got us 10 gold. I don't see the problem.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I thought we were trying to be nice to... Never mind.
Look, he also punched me once, so...
Oh, okay, then I'm glad you beat him up.
Yeah.
You did win, right?
Oh, 100% destroyed his ass.
Good. Glad I didn't have to heal a rib. You know, the last one you cracked took hours to mend.
Well, that was because I'd probably cracked it a couple times before it fully broke, and I came to you.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes?
Hi.
You turn and you see a average height human woman, but she has like this hat and like a little piece of paper sticking up, and she has a pen and a paper in front of her and this sort of like contraption slung around her neck that you don't really recognize. She says, "Hello, my name is Clarity Desposo, and I'm a journalist for the Hartport Press. And I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions, sort of like a small interview."
Moxie definitely goes to say yes, but then looks over at Canary.
Canari's actually going to mind link with Moxie just to make things easier. So Kalistars get a fun thing where they can speak telepathically to any creature they see within a certain number of feet of them. And as an action, I can give the creature that I link with the ability to speak telepathically with me for the next hour. And so Kanari does this to Moxie and just goes, "We're doing this. Don't fuck it up."
Moxie, you're used to this connection, this mind link, because you know that Kanari has a sweet demeanor and everything and is really nice and kind to everyone. But every so often, she'll mind link with you and then throw some shade.
Kanari just goes, "Yeah, I would love to be able to talk with you." Said your name is Clarity, right?
Clarity Desposo.
Desposo. It's very nice to... Where did you say you wrote for?
Heartport Press.
Heartport Press.
Yes, the leading newspaper in all of the Break Islands.
Charmed.
Award-winning.
Incredible.
Probably one of the best newspapers in the Magisterium, if you ask me.
Oh, I don't get much out of Shield City, but it's always wonderful being able to hear so much about everything you're doing here.
Yes, and I was just curious to get your perspective as players.
Well,
so, what does it feel like with the almost inevitable pain and suffering that you are going to deal with in the future? How does it feel knowing that you're probably going to suffer going into the sphere?
I mean, you know, we suffer, they suffer. I think we'll be fine.
What about the potentiality of death? Does that scare you?
Well, I mean, death is a little bit of an inevitability in life. I mean, you can't have life without death, and you can't have death without life. I mean, there are some that try, but many fail to attain that. So it'll happen to all of us sooner or later. That's kind of why I'm here, to make sure that people on our team don't meet their demise before they're meant to, if that makes any sense.
Just taking furious notes. And what do your parents think about this, or your family? Like, do they feel comfortable? How are they feeling with you going into this competition?
They had my bags packed before I even brought it up to them.
I don't think the Order of the Owls knows I'm here yet. I forgot to tell them.
Oh, you're part of the Order of the Owls.
Moxie.
Yeah.
Kanari links with Moxie. You didn't tell them?
Do you feel as though that you are representing the Order of the Owls?
No.
You don't.
I don't think they'd want me to do that.
If they were to find out, how would they react?
They won't be surprised.
Right. And you... I didn't get your names. That doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter. I need them for the articles. What are your names?
Moxie, because she can kind of mind link back, right? It doesn't have to be Kanari.
Yep.
She'd be like, do we give fake names?
No, we wouldn't give fake names. We're trying to get sponsors. My name is Kanari Landhareth.
I am Matilda Everhart, but everyone calls me Moxie.
All right. And do you feel as though your position in this competition will inspire a new generation of youth?
I hope to inspire anyone who wants to be inspired. I mean, everybody's looking for a good story, aren't they?
But you're on Team Reaper, so you actually have quite a few young characters in your team. So it feels as though there might be some sort of a statement of youthful rebellion. Tell me about that.
I just wanted to punch things.
Oh, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. And have you gone through anger management to quell your violent outbursts?
I'm sure.
Clarity, was it?
Clarity Desposa with the heart port press.
There's
Right.
clear rage, and also I have to be nice and I can't say anything, but the mind link is just utter.
I was gonna say, I bet Kanari's just hearing like all of these like swears and everything,
Yeah.
and just
It's 100%.
her complete poker face.
Have you talked to Boy from Team Nightwalker yet?
Oh no, I haven't. Should I?
Yeah, you should ask him how I kicked his ass earlier.
Oh,
And she's like also glaring very hard at Clarity.
I am sure that once we get into the dungeon sphere, it'll be smooth sailing, and that we will be able to meet any encounter that they throw at us.
wonderful. And you're from a temple, right? As a cleric.
I am indeed the Temple of Celestian in Shield City.
Do you feel as though you will be able to bring honor to your temple and maybe some more renown so that people know that it's there?
Of course. I mean, why would I enter if I wasn't looking to elevate its renown in a way?
And if you die, how do you think that would affect the temple?
Well, they would have one fewer person to go out into the streets at night and make sure that people are well fed and taken care of, but we have plenty of clerics, and martyrs are by no means stranger to temples, no matter where they are.
I love that line. Martyrs are no strangers to temples. That was great. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Goodbye. She scurries away. Boy!
Canary in the
Looking
mind
for
link
boy.
just goes, I am so sorry. We will never talk to her again.
No, the next time we see her, it's a lot of punches.
Nope. No punches.
Damn it!
I'll conjure something. You can punch it.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go get to the finger food.
Umbrin,
Yeah.
someone cuts in with your dance. And this is actually a tall, slender woman with earthy tones on her skin, and she almost smells like the soil after rain. She says, "May I have this dance?"
I'll wave to whoever I was with, and then I will take up her hand.
She bows, and she's actually really, really good dancer. She lets you lead, but she is so...
Oh no, that's so hard. I'm so short.
She's so good at flowing with your movements. It feels almost natural. She says, "I thought I'd introduce myself. My name is Theodora Dorvin of House Dorvin. I'm a scion, sponsor of Team Genie."
Oh, I've heard about them.
Yes. Well, do you know anything about House Dorvin?
No, not too much, unfortunately. Care to tell me?
Oh, so Rona hasn't mentioned anything about us. Huh, that's fine. Well, I can tell you that we are growing, we're expanding. We love new adventures and new discoveries. I am the adopted daughter of Aurelian Dorvin. He's an elf. I'm a Ganassi, as you can see by skin tones and whatnot. And I have an interest in you.
Me?
Yes. Because we have a rebellion on our hands, a revolt by this group called Invictus. They're trying to have a coup against the Magisterium, and I just wanted to meet you up close and personal because we have a very strong interest in Sarona's creations, such as yourself, to counter-strike against these rebels.
I can
So-
see how automated soldiers would be helpful for that.
Yes, exactly. She actually takes over as the lead and switches and then spins you a little bit and then holds you tight and says, now tell me, what makes you tick?
Now, this is a real question I had for you, Deb. Do people know what makes me tick, or is that a close-guarded secret?
That is a close-guarded secret.
That is a close-guarded secret. Oh, my lady. A man never kisses and tell on the first date. It'll take a little more than that.
How about we haven't even kissed?
It's a saying. Sorry. But I shouldn't have assumed that. I'll start with smaller metaphors next time. And I wink. So flirtatious.
Perfectly acceptable. I just am so curious. She spins you again, holds you close. How you work. What fascinating construction you have about your body. This is not flirting, by the way.
No. This is that touch area.
No, this is not flirting. This is
This woman's gonna stick her hand in my chest and rip out my heart just to see what it is.
roll me an insight check.
I feel threatened. My insight is bad, but that was a 19, so that's a 21.
Okay, that's good. You are starting to pick up that she's trying to garner some trade secrets from you. It's not corporate espionage or like any of that, but she's definitely trying to like learn from this experience with you. See what she can pick up, replicate.
Well, I will let you in on a little secret. I was hand-carved by Lord Silronia. And I was made right here in Shield City. So, that's a good first start. Anything more you have to pay for.
And how much would that cost?
I'm so sorry. More than you have.
Oh,
I open my cloak and it says, a luxury few can afford.
I believe that you underestimate our house Doberman. But she dips you, then spins you off. It's time for me to go. She turns and she walks away.
Bye.
On to the next partner.
Yeah, exactly. There's no time. I am rubbing elbows and kissing metaphorical babies. None of you guys are gonna do this, so I have to.
100% no.
You don't want Moxie doing it.
Braina,
Yo.
someone bumps into you.
Hey, watch it.
You turn and you see this dwarf with a thick brown beard, and he has an eye patch, and he has this giant hunk of meat in his hand.
Now that's some meat I could get behind. Where'd you find that?
Ew.
He's like a little surprised that. First of all, I am sorry for bumping into you. But I brought this meat myself.
I didn't know I was allowed to bring home meat.
Not
Why
gonna
does nobody
do it.
tell me these things? Because I would have done that. Did you see this chinchy stuff on the table? It's all garbage.
Well, he pulls out a flank steak and hands it to you. It's wrapped a little bit. I am Boric Oxenbrander. I own a butchery and a steer company. I butchered this meat myself.
That is some very nice meat. I will gladly take this.
Thank you.
Perhaps it might need to be cooked a little.
I like it rare.
I like my meat a little cooked, but I greatly appreciate this. This is lovely.
I suppose you can find a spellcaster to cast a fire spell to heat it up for you.
She goes, that is a great idea. I wonder if Kanari knows how to make fire.
Now, what team are you from?
And she points to her thing. I'm from Team Reaper.
Team Reaper. I'll be keeping my eye on you, Team Reaper. I have not sponsored a team. I'm looking to be a benefactor. If you do well, maybe I can send some more steaks your way.
I would love all them steaks. That would be great.
Wonderful. It was nice meeting you.
You as well.
He
And she,
turns,
like-
he walks away.
Yeah, she turns,
Yay.
like, she immediately turns as well back to the food because, yes. Anyways.
All right. So the luncheon winds down. You have some good dancing, some good interactions. You reconvene with each other every so often just to check in. Quentin checks in with all of you individually. Braina probably has someone cook her steak. If not Kanari, then one of the other two spellcasters on her team.
I hit it with the
Doesn't know
sacred
any
flame.
Fire spells, unless you want me to green flame blade it for you. That's not fire damage.
Frexel's like, well, I don't have a spell that casts fire, but I can make fire.
Fire in the middle of the ballroom.
I do
She
have
100% did not even think of that.
Some flint. All right. And so the sponsor luncheon is over. Unless anyone wanted to do anything else.
No.
You didn't really get to interact with the other teams as much. Every team was pretty much like instructed to focus on the sponsors, the benefactors, and such.
If Lord Stilronia was there, I would have just checked in with him.
You looked around and Cyan Sorona was not there.
Suspicious, but good to know.
Suspicious, but good to know. All right. So all that is done, and you all decide to go and play the escape room together. So you all hand over a token, and you get locked into this room with several different chambers that you must go through and do different things for. And so what I'm going to have all of you do is we will do 3 rounds where all of you, each of you will tell me how you want to contribute to the skill challenge, and then you'll roll, and then I'll tell you what happens. So first and foremost, Vrexel, how would you like to contribute to trying to escape the room?
All right, so I'm looking around.
The room itself, by the way, sorry, I should have mentioned this. The room itself looks kind of like a bank vault with different combinations, different things that you can pull out that would normally contain precious items and whatnot. There's a bank vault, and the actual door on the far end is shut and locked, and you can't get out when you do that, and you don't know what's beyond the door.
Okay. I would like to go ahead and cast Detect Magic and see if that would aid me in an investigation check to see if there are any secret panels, pressure points, things to pull, any sort of, special compartments or contraptions.
So the tech magic actually starts pinging a one item here in the bank, and it's actually in one of the pull-out drawers. However, on that pull-out drawer, there seems to be a combination lock.
Oh, is anybody gonna be good at this? I can take a shot at it, but there's something in here I think we're gonna want to take a look at.
And I hit it with my hammer. Would that help?
No, they are very adamant that you don't break anything in the escape room.
I don't know how much help I will be then, because I'm pretty good at hitting things with my hammer and not much in terms of sorting stuff like this out.
Well, there will be a time in the dungeon sphere you will need to use your brain, so this is good practice.
By the way, the room is pretty brightly lit. There's several different light fixtures on the walls, sconces, that's what they're called, that have pretty bright flames, gas fed, so it's pretty well lit in here.
Umbrin, would you want to take a crack at this?
Do you know what school of magic it is? If it's abjuration, it might not be able to be picked.
Do I know what school magic?
The detect magic is actually on an object inside. It's not
Right,
on
it's not
the
lock
yeah.
itself,
Okay.
Yeah. And if you do proceed to view the object's type of magic, it is actually abjuration.
Good to know.
If it's not the lock that's magic, then I will open it. I assume a 26 will work.
All right. So was that with thieves' tools?
Yes, with my go gadget
cool.
tools hand.
Did you?
Yeah. So you are actually able to pull out this this sort of stethoscope, so you can hear the inner mechanisms of this combination lock, and so you're actually able to slowly try to get the correct numbers, and then eventually it goes clink, and you have unlocked it.
I will hand it back to Rexel.
Oh, pull out whatever object is inside.
And you pull it out, and it is actually a key.
Oh, well, this seems important. Anybody else got anything?
And we will see what Kanari wants to attempt to do.
I'm assuming the lock on the door is that it would be too simple if the key just went in the door, right?
You try it, and it does not open the door.
Fair enough. I think she notices that the room is really, really bright,
Mhm.
And is going to start investigating all the sconces, because that seems odd that a small room like this would have that many wall light fixtures.
There's sconces, but roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy. Could be. That is a 13.
You're able to find this little knob that you can play with, and when you adjust the knob, it actually changes the brightness of the sconce.
We all have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Warforged have dark vision, but you're a shadow sorcerer, so it doesn't
I'm
matter.
a shadow sorcerer. I've got 120 feet all the time.
And as far as we all know, I'm just a weird human.
Yes.
You're a weird human with like gold veins running down your face, right?
Yeah.
I don't think most of them do that.
It looks kind of like it got exploded and put back together.
It's a disease. It's a birthmark.
Oh boy.
It's just been there.
Allergies.
It's just like that. Kanari's gonna turn the lights down, see if that changes anything.
So as you go and you turn each light down, you actually see something glowing on the walls. You begin to realize that you might not be able to exactly know what's happening unless it's pitch black in here.
Do the sconces not turn all the way off?
You can.
Oh,
You turn them just a little bit down at first.
okay.
But when you turn them all the way down, you actually see some arrows glow, pointing to different boxes that you can pull out. These boxes are actually not locked. And Braina, how would you like to contribute?
She will go to one of the boxes that has an arrow pointed to it and try to open it up.
All right. So you slide it out, and when you open it, you find another key.
On another key. I don't know. How many keys do we need? I feel like there's only one lock over there. Can I just keep on going through and opening as many as I can?
Each of them have a key.
I found a lot of keys. I have a lot of keys now, right here. Do we need to try that? They don't look like they fit in the door, though, right? Right.
None of them fit in the door.
Okay.
Now, Moxie,
any-
how would you like to contribute? Sorry.
No, good.
So, can I do maybe like a perception check to see if I notice any other like locks or like noticeable things around the room?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, so you actually do look around and you see that there's actually another keyhole, that's kind of like tucked away in a corner, hidden out of sight.
Okay, cool. So she'll definitely be like, ooh, another keyhole. And I guess we can take the keys over there and test them out.
All right, which key do you put in first?
The magic one.
So as you put in the magic one and you turn it, you actually hear a click, and then on the vault door, 5 different openings open up, and there's now 5 keyholes, and you have 5 other keys beyond the magic one.
Should we all put them in at the same time?
That'd be cute.
Necessary, but it would be fun.
I hand out keys to everyone.
And you all go and put them in the keyholes. You twist them, count down from 5, twist them all at the same time, and as you do that, the door pops open and swivels. And then in the room beyond you, you actually see it's not a bank, it's actually kind of like a dungeon. And it has different prison bars around, and you see different skeletons, fake skeletons, maybe. And you see one lying on a kind of like torture board, different like meat hooks and stuff around, but there's no visible exits. And so...
Is this where I can start hitting things with my hammer now?
No.
Not yet.
There's no hitting an escape room.
All right. So, Brayna, what would you like to do?
I am going to go start digging in one of the skeletons.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm super good at those.
Is that a lie or a correct? Or not a lie?
So that's a natural 1 on the dice for a total of 2.
Oh no.
You actually cut yourself on one of the jagged bone pieces, and
God
bleed a
dang it!
little
What
bit.
the heck? What the heck? Why are these things? Why are these allowed to hurt me if I can't hurt them?
That's an important life lesson.
Okay, Umbren, what would you like to do?
I'm going to check the walls for any like hidden like bricks that you can pull out or bricks that you can push in.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so good at rolling dice, guys. That's a 24. That was
Oh, wow.
a 19 plus 5.
You find a loose brick.
I found loose brick.
And
30?
when you pull it out, you find a little note inside.
I read the note.
In common, it says, my name is Brax Jorgensen. I have been blessed with height at 6 foot 8 inches and wear a gold chain around my neck. To find the exits, you must find my gold chain with the locket. And that shall guide your way.
Guys, I have bad news. Not only are we Team Baby, we are Team Short. None of us are going to be tall enough to find this.
Do any of the skeletons in the room look exceptionally tall?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 15.
Yeah. One of them actually seems to have like pretty elongated femur and tibia and whatnot.
That one's legs look weird. Perhaps if this person was blessed with height, it just like broke his legs and stretched them out.
You also see in that prison cell, because he's actually like kind of like up against the prison bars and whatnot. You see on the far end of the prison cell a golden pendant chain and whatnot, lying out of reach.
Maybe we can use his finger to grab it.
I'll try and use Mage Hand to grab it.
So as Rexel uses Mage Hand,
A little less morbid.
it slides on in, grabs the locket pendant thing, and then pulls it out. And as you grab it, you can open up the locket, and there's actually inside kind of like an array of something that almost looks like this can fit into something. It's almost like a key with its like style, but like one that you press against something. And Kanari, give me a perception check.
Ooh, fun. Natural 20.
Oh my gosh. You find this little indent in the wall where it appears as though there was something like a sconce or something that had been broken off, but there's a little weird indent there that feels like it might be a match for this locket.
Do you mind if I see that? And Kanara will go over and place it right in the indent.
And as you do that, a little slot opens up next to Moxie, actually, and a lever pops out.
Moxie 100% just pulls it.
And as you pull it, a door at the wall actually slides up, and a set of stairs is revealed. That goes down.
I guess we're going down.
And as you go down, you actually enter into a room that has about 5 inches of water. And the other notable thing in this room are actually a bunch of hanging ropes, and on the end of each of these ropes is a little basket or a box.
How far up from the floor are these baskets?
They are about 15 feet.
Can't exactly reach up there. I don't know what
Yeah,
exactly we're
I
gonna
feel
do.
like our biggest problem in this game is going to be we're too short to do
You know what we can do, Moxie? We got a thing. I got my shield ready to bounce you up there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just hoist me up there.
So you keep on. You have Moxie bouncing up. Vrexel's probably gonna join in with some mage hands. The mage hand has some difficulty with some of them, which requires more than 10 pounds of force. But as you begin pulling these boxes down, you actually see that there is actually a bunch of letters, or like A, B, C, like those kind of letters, just all mixed up together.
Can we try to spell with them, I guess?
We got all
Just
letters
all the
of the
letters.
alphabet, or is it just random selection of letters?
Not all of the letters of the alphabet. It's just a bunch of mixed up letters. And someone give me an insight check.
Kanari!
That is a 15.
You're thinking that you probably have to unscramble these letters.
Vrexel?
I would like to try, what is it? The real, whatever was we made along the way was the real friendship. I would like to try the real treasure is the friends we made along the way.
All right.
I really hope
Nothing
it's it.
happens.
Each work. Teamwork, it's teamwork. Umbra
just
sits in the
escape
water
room.
screaming random.
All right. I'm gonna give you the letters, and so you'll need to write them down. All right.
Okay.
So, letter number 1 is S. And the next letter is a T. and an N, 2 A's, a Y, and an F.
I have it.
Rexel's got it.
Yeah.
Should we say it at the same time?
Moxie's just trying to say the word as spelled already.
Does anyone not know what it is?
All
I
right.
don't. I'm not good at these sort of things.
Here, 3, 2, 1.
Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Okay, as you say that, a door opens on the far end with a spiral staircase that leads up. As you follow it up, you exit this escape room, and you each win 5 gold pieces.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Congrats!
Woohoo!
And now, as you finish that game,
Hey guys, I helped.
You did. I'm so proud of you for helping.
Quentin Giuliano, or Tarantino, comes and finds you, and it's actually gotten pretty late into the day, and he says, "It's almost time for the Braina. Your thing starts going off."
What is this for? What? Oh, it's the thing. Okay, we're fine.
And then
Everything's fine.
Just shocks at us, Bargy. We're just like, no.
yeah, and then
Prototype.
Quentin finds you. If you're wondering why it's so easy for Quentin to find you, he reminds you that they put trackers inside you. And he says, okay, it is almost time for the opening ceremony, so it is time for us to go get ready. All you need to do is just come with me and then follow my instructions and then go up and the team is announced. And then you leave once they're done. How does that sound? Easy? This is make or break.
So Moxie like kind of already knows there's no punching, but just to kind of rile Quentin, she's like, so no punching?
No punching. None. No violence.
And then she laughs.
We all laugh at Quentin's expense.
Mhm.
Have a good team chuckle.
That's a good one, Moxie. I liked it a lot.
Things
All right. So, as you get to the opening ceremony, the crowds have gathered, people are talking, and there's music, and the stage has some performers and stuff to kind of like an opening act to get everyone ready. All of the teams gather together, they get into their groups with their team representative. The sponsors are in the audience in this like special sponsor section. You do see Boy as you're walking through, and as he looks and makes eye contact with you, he actually like gets very timid and slowly
Moxie
turns away.
Ooh.
and probably also winks at him and then just keeps walking.
Oh, sure.
And then you're all behind stage, but you hear the announcer begin. Says, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening ceremony on the eve of the Dungeon Sphere." Now, the Dungeon Sphere Challenge is something that we have grown accustomed to these past 2 years, and this is the 3rd year of doing so. And so, like every season, more surprises lie in wait. Now, before we begin, I would just like to take a moment of silence to remember all those who have passed when facing the Dungeon Sphere. And so everyone gets quiet, and there's like a slideshow of everyone who's died while participating. And then after that, and now that morbid moment is over, we shall begin. Now, everyone remember, the Dungeon Sphere is unlike any other challenge that anyone could face. First and foremost, it is voluntary. Everyone who joins the Dungeon Sphere joins so of their own free will. Once you enter the Dungeon Sphere, you cannot leave. If you lose a team member, you can recruit players from other teams. But once you switch to a new team, you can never go back to your old. Yes, there will be multiple checkpoints throughout, safe zones, and when you're in a checkpoint, you will be safe. You cannot fight other people in those checkpoints. You cannot harm other people. You cannot cast harmful spells or cause harmful effects. If you do so, you will be instantly ejected from that checkpoint and will never be able to return. So, if you do that before you are able to buy any of your supplies, you're just out of luck for that level. You have to go to the next level of the 10 levels that we have. And the players, the contestants, will be unable to contact the outside world unless they are in a checkpoint. Whoever reaches the centermost point of the dungeon sphere wins the grand prize, a wish for each person, and fame and fortune awaits them. If you slay an enemy team, you get a special prize. And the special prize varies depending on the season, depending on the team that you slay. Each team has a special prize associated with them that they aren't aware of. And so you slay a team, you win the prize. Each level has an exit and an exit guardian. The teams will have to get strong enough to face the exit guardian before venturing to the next level. But other than everything I mentioned here, anything goes. So, let me introduce the teams that we have. First and foremost is a returning champion team, Team Phoenix. Known for their fiery personalities and risk-taking attitudes, this team is quite the elite squad, sponsored by Talon Charlister, the owner of a major security firm. He drew together this team from his own security personnel to create one that is definitely formidable. And next we have Team Dragon, sponsored by the Dragonborn Collective. These Dragonborn believe in clan above all else, and if they win, their wishes and their earnings will be for the benefit of the collective. Next we have Team Genie. Team Genie is sponsored by House Dorvin. And every time someone is being introduced, they're walking across the stage and the players are being presented to the world and such. And there's cheering, there's applause, there's audience participation. Some of the people that walk through with these teams will maybe show off a little bit. Like you see a fighter like doing some flexing and some spellcasters like doing some prestidigitation, some fun stuff. A little razzle dazzle. Next up, we have, like I said, Team Genie. These are Elemental Eccentrics, sponsored by House Dorvin, and particularly the Scion, Theodora, of House Dorvin. Now, as you can see by this team, most of the team members are Ganassi. And you all see on like the viewer screen that there's 4 people. Usually teams are comprised of 5, but one of the Ganassi is holding a little lamp. He rubs the lamp, and out pops another team member. Which, if you don't know, that's the patron, the new patron that was introduced in Tasha's. Yeah.
The genie one.
Yeah, I want to play that one so bad. Anyway, next up we have Team Kraken, rough and tough seafarers, and sponsored by House Petfin. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. And Archmagister Linus Thuribald. Their sea legs may give them an edge in this competition. All of these team members are used to the sea, or born from it, or recreated by it. So, good luck to them. Next we have Team Empyrean. This team believes in the power of the divine, sponsored by the Holy Temple of Divinity. Each of them are a paladin, cleric, or someone connected to some sort of celestial or divine being, and they have a hard time doing what it takes to win. Let's see if they'll be able to do what it takes this time around. Next we have Team Hydra. Team Hydra is sponsored by Walter Pendergrass. Walter Pendergrass owns and manages the renowned mining company in the Magisterium, and everyone knows that this team, and you see on the viewfinder Egg as part of the team, is known as the wildcard team. You never know what Walter Pendergrass is going to do with his team, and usually he picks a bunch of eccentrics and strong personalities to do what do what they need to do to win. Next, we have Team Giants. Don't mess with them or you'll be crushed. Sponsored by Krom Schorgenheim of the Schorgenheim Traders Trading Company. This team is entirely comprised of Goliaths. So, if you are hoping for an easy challenge, know that the Goliaths stand in your way. Next up, we have Team Leviathan. This team of all ladies is known to excel in their chosen fields and is sponsored by Callie Birchallow in the arts program of Manchester University. Next up, Team Triant. Their connection to life and nature is sponsored by House Jovire and Archmagister Lionel. This team is strong connection to life and nature and known for having an advantage in the natural elements within the sphere. Don't meet this team in the middle of a forest or you'll be at quite the disadvantage. Now, Team Rock. This flighted team is unafraid to soar above the rest and is sponsored by the Northern Nest. Entirely composed of Aarakocra. These flying individuals will have quite the advantage in the air. Next up, we have Team Nightwalker. This dark collection of individuals connected to dark forces. Team Nightwalker always comes with a mysterious sponsor, unknown to even me. And you see that boy is actually on this team. Team Nightwalker is known to do what it takes, even if it might be some shady action inside. But as I said in the Dungeon Sphere, everything goes. Next up, we have Team Sphinx, sponsored by the Chartreuse Librarium and the Tabaxi Starzy, who is the chairman of the Librarium. This team is a team of feline fury and is quite unstoppable. It's an entire team of Leonin or Tabaxi, all ready to be on the prowl. And last but not least, we have Team Reaper, and you all are, you hear Quentin say, "Go! Go now! Moxie, get your ass up there!"
She does flips.
First person we kill is Quentin. Getting sick of him. His bad attitude.
Always coming after me.
Very high pressure situation. He's always like stressed out and shit. Takes it out on you.
I think Brayna runs up first, and she just you see her rage, and all of her tattoos start glowing, and then you see just spectral ancestors pop up behind her, and she's like, "Rah!" And she walks across the stage.
Rexel, are you coming in on your little spider contraption?
I would, and I would ask, are there any non-magical flames that aren't like with a person right next to them in this area?
Yeah, there's a few for lighting.
I'd like to cast pyrotechnics and make a fireworks display out of one of the
kind of like those fountain fireworks too. That Anyway, this announcer, by the way, his name is Finn Alpine. If Hannah's watching, she'll recognize that I asked for a name and came up with that name. At first I said Finn Brannigan, but I chose Finn Alpine. Anyway, Finn begins to announce your team. And this team is a completely new team. Originally, in the past couple seasons, we only had 12 teams. Until this surprise team has entered. Team Reaper, sponsored by House Serona. This is this house's first team to be entered. With a name like Team Reaper, we're expecting them to have a high kill count. Otherwise, that's false advertising. Am I right?
Brayna's like swinging her hammer.
Yeah, Moxie's got like one hand with the necrotic and one hand with the healing, and she's doing flips.
Umbran's got his shadow blade, and he's like doing sweet twirls with it. Like...
And what is Kanari doing?
Walking across, waving.
She was like, "I thought we weren't showing everything we could do." All right, and then she lights up her Twilight Sanctuary, so this like realm of Twilight just surrounds all of them.
My sword gets twice as big.
With like a bunch of stars, and it kind of fills the whole auditorium with a very pleasant campfire smoke smell.
With the flashes of the fireworks and the Twilight Dome and everything, the opening ceremony, you're the last one, so they kind of like let this linger a little bit. But you see Quentin like And you're starting. If you have high wisdom, you might start thinking like, if we show off what we do, will that give the other teams advantages since they know what we can do?
Brenda does not think that.
we inspire fear in the other team because we're so dang cool.
They
Team
won't mess with
Reaper.
us.
Yeah, and so
And we're team number 13, so that's also kind of fun.
So as the opening ceremony closes and the night wears down, you can enjoy an entire evening and night of festivities, libations, revelry. But soon the night comes to a close. You all go to sleep, and the next morning your alarm rings. You all wake up. Quentin asked Canary, like, can you please go wake Moxie up immediately at 8? I know you struggle getting up as well, but
I went to bed early tonight, or last night. I made sure everybody got home safe.
Didn't
You all
get as
take
drunk as Moxie and Brina did.
you all take your long rest pills to like cleanse, and then you are brought to this structure. Inside the structure, there are 13 pedestals that can fit an entire team. And you are brought to here. You're brought onto your little pedestal. You have all of your gear, all of your equipment, all of your costume, outfit, what have you. And Quentin looks at you and says, "Good luck. I believe in you. All of you." And then he turns and walks away. And then a couple of the like attendants of this area give each other some thumbs up, and then they press the big old button, and all of a sudden you hear and you're teleported into the sphere, the one that looms over the city of Evercrest and the Break Islands. And you find yourselves in a dark chamber with a foot of water around you. And you see sparks of electricity coming from the water, swimming fast at you. And that's where we're going to end it.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats! You made it through the prologue without dying.
Woohoo!
There's a little touch and go there for Mox for a second, but you know.
Boy was not so lucky.
He's so scared of you now.
God, I'm sorry, boy, but also.
Okay, anyway. That was amazing, everybody. I'm so happy. But before we are able to log off, I have some announcements that I'm going to announcerate. All right. First and foremost, if you are still with us, make sure to tune in on Wednesday evenings to watch The World's Greatest Dungeon at 8:30 p.m. EST and 7:30 p.m. CST. If you don't know what that means, it means the cool time zone versus the lame time zone.
So I think you got it backwards.
So World's Greatest Dungeon is awesome. You can watch you can watch Green Team fight it out against other teams
Team Green
in the World's Greatest Dungeon, which is awesome. It's just so much fun. And then on Sundays, you can actually tune in to watch a little bit more paint with our resident creative, Hannah, which is super relaxing, kind of like cathartic thing to do. And plus, Hannah's hilarious. She just free associates the entire time and like banters with the chat. It's amazing. So if you need to like do some homework or something and you just need something to engage with in the background, perfect opportunity. And when is a little bit more paint? Because I don't know.
3 hours
4
before we
p.m.
start.
4 p.m. CST.
3 hours.
I even tuned in today.
Do we have a schedule command? I think we do.
I think we do. I just have no concept of time.
Oh, the answer is we do not. Or
No, you
I
spelled it wrong.
misspelled it wrong.
Still
my
in
net.
character.
Nope, still
Oh.
don't have it.
Oh.
Still
Okay.
don't have it. It's fine.
Well, anyway, so those are the things coming up, and then we each have some social media. So if you see in our little face bubbles the @, so you got @DevSavesTheWorld, you got @BIronBeard. It looks like Brawnbeard because of the font, but it's BIronBeard. I should do something about that.
You should.
And then Wyatt, does your username, your Twitter name, actually have 1 T or 2 T's?
Oh, it does. It's supposed to have 2. It's supposed to be my name. That's
Okay.
fun.
It is
Sorry.
correct
If you
in the
put it-
Nightbot.
It is correct in the Nightbot, so listen to Nightbot.
Yeah,
Except
I
when it
messed that
tries to
up.
delete messages from
Messed it up.
me.
But there is a limit to characters. I just didn't know if you like hit a limit and you're like, I can sacrifice a T.
Oh, nah, never.
Yeah. So and then Melissa also wants to plug her stream.
Yes, I stream on my own channel, which is very creatively named Brina. That I had that name before this character, as it turns out. Well, kind of co-created at the same time. It's fine.
Mhm.
Anyways, I do video game stuff in the mornings, 8 to 10 in the morning. And then on Tuesday evenings I do stuff. And starting a new thing on Friday, which I'm calling the Friday Switcheroo, because I got a new Switch and a converter box thing, so I can now play Switch on my stream, and I'm very excited about it. So
Ooh.
we'll be playing, I don't know, talk to me in the Discord if I should do Mario Kart or Let's Go Pikachu, because those are my options.
Those are options.
Yeah. I will eventually be playing Pokemon Snap when that comes out in a month and a week.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
it
when
needs
does
to
it come
be
out?
April 30th. I need it to be April 30th. So I'll be playing that when it comes out, and it's going to be great. So everyone should follow me at BRAENNA on Twitch. And also I have Braina3 on Twitter for updates on that if you want. Also, find me here on Wednesdays when we play the World's Greatest Dungeon, which Dev talked about
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah. And if you haven't followed Scryervision yet, do so. I'm hoping you did because you're here and watching.
You made it to the end. You might as well.
Yeah. You might as well.
Give us hearts. We like them.
Feel free to reach out to us on Twitter. At Dungeon Sphere is our Twitter. You can see it on our overlay. Yeah, I hope that everyone who was here and participating had fun. I had fun. And next week will actually be our official episode 1, where the team will have to figure out what electrical things are in the water about to attack them.
Oh no.
Spooky stuff.
I love a good cliffhanger.
So many things it could be.
Anyways,
yeah.
thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Tell us what your
Yeah.
favorite character is, unless it's not Umbra, then you can keep that to yourself.
It's actually Quentin.
Oh god, if you say Quentin, you have to leave.
Look, we all know
Stressed
that everyone's
out.
favorite character was Egg. So
Egg.
I'm pretty sure Egg.
Egg.
Yes.
Correct.
Two right answers. It's egg and or Umbra.
Oh, egg.
Yeah, Dev, I hope you're committed to egg now.
I need to be.
Egg.
you shouldn't have given him such a dumb name.
And
Well,
then
just
there's
a- well,
boy
just-
too.
We'll just adopt Noir team. It's fine. We can be a team of 6.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
We've
But,
adopted.
They'll
But then
never
there's
know
also
we have him.
Boy, but Boy was a character. Boy was like an actual name. I didn't just pull
Yeah.
that out of anywhere. Egg I pulled out because I'm like smart goblin, egghead, egg.
Mm.
It's a
Okay, anyway.
class of genius.
That was great. Thank you, Ryan, by the way, for helping run the actual stream and putting the cameras and stuff where they need to go and staying engaged on the chat. We love you so much, Ryan.
And for
Um,
letting us do our dumb show on your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
That
show's
too.
gonna be so wonderfully dumb. I'm so excited. And yeah, tune in next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.